Okay, happy Sunday, everybody. It is 6:51 on the west coast of Canada, where I am. I'm in Nanaimo, British Columbia. Look at these gorgeous harvests radiating behind me. And boy, we got a little light coming in, which is good. Before, prior to whatever, we have a skylight above me, and it's all natural light that's hitting me here. And but we covered them over. There's a thin veneer of canvas that Sue put up there. Did that one shift its position or anything,
No.
Sue?
No.
It's just angled that way.
They're both the same.
Really? Is it an optical illusion?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Optical illusion. Anyway, so here we find ourselves on another Sunday. Today's episode titled Sentimental Journey. I'm very nostalgic, and the older I get, I think the more nostalgic I get. Is that even possible? Because I'm very nostalgic to begin with. What's the LP you listen to? The last full record that I put on the stereo, like I got this Rega back there, a P6. The last record I played was Sgt. Pepper about a week and a half ago. But I'm listening more to streaming. I got to tell you, I'm streaming all the time on this thing. Okay, what do we got here? Holy smokes, I got to abort in the message. So we're going to see about that. Anyway, I've been heavy in the Beach Boys territory. Yeah, the passing of Brian Wilson affecting so many, and we love him. A couple of weeks ago, I showed my not my Brian Wilson, but really my Beach Boys collection, because even though Brian was the songwriter and the main thrust of the group, the main force of the Beach Boys, the writing force, the inspiration for so much, definitely the leader, it was a team effort, right? Everybody's in there shouldering the responsibility. Saw the Beach Boys twice. I tell the story about seeing Dennis in the last year of his life. I saw the Beach Boys, I think 1982 or so. Good morning, you skinny old bat. Hey, Dobsy, how you doing, man? Currently weighing in, not exactly skinny right now, man. I'm still keeping the lard on. I'm 244. I'm 244. But I fast one day a week, and I suspect by Tuesday, I'll probably drop not 1, but 2 pounds. I have a strong feeling that the 242 is going to show up. I do a 24-hour fast. I also eat like only 2 times a day. No snacking in between or anything. Jay, welcome aboard.
He needs a wrench.
It is light out here where we are. Let me get into the show, start watching this thing myself so I can wrench you friendly children up. Hey, I'm wearing my Yvonne, the Music Man shirt. I hope Yvonne pops in a bit so he can see me. Add as a moderator, standard moderator. Dodsley, do you think you can behave yourself on this channel? I'll wrench you up if you behave yourself and don't cause shit. Your face thinned out a lot. Well, I was fucking 309 pounds, man, at my heaviest there. So, yeah. Brian Wilson's solo stuff is spotty. Well, everybody has their best date before expiration, right? Like so many musicians. I mean, they go for a while, right? We're doing keto. I'm down 10 pounds this month. That's a lot of freaking weight in 1 month, man. 10 pounds, that's good. 5 pounds is pretty easy for anybody if you start to kind of diet a bit. I'm also working. I was on the bike for 3 hours yesterday. I sit around. I got a recumbent bike, doing the bike, and then I'm dropping the pounds. So I sweat like a freaking pig. Some would say, well, that's because you are one. All right. Stay away from the processed keto foods, advice from Scoozy. Yeah, I'll just leave if Massey comes around. All right, I'll wrench you up. We'll give you a chance. Everybody deserves a chance. Dobsy, my philosophy, there's no such thing as a bad boy, right? Boys down. Holy smokes. But because we're here for a good time, not a long time, right? Usually I go 2 hours. Last week it was good. It had some energy. It had a little pop. We went for 3 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, the legend that is Angelo Kelly. Angelo, I'm such a fan. And not only of you as a performer, but also as a human, as a man, and a dad, and all the rest of it. Hey, David Donnelly, that means a lot coming for a rock and roller like you, man. Yeah, all real engine type hair, right? Holy smokes, it's all happening. Anyway, I'm on a real nostalgic kit. So I like, the European kid from Belgium, Georges Remy, the artist. He did these things in really starting in the late 20s, and then went up to like 1980, maybe something like that, before he put his paintbrush away. But he did a whole bunch of these things called like Tintin, the boy detective in his little book. Steven Spielberg did the movie with Peter Jackson. Spielberg didn't know who Tintin was. There's the boy right there. And his faithful dog, Snowy. In the French, they call him Milou. Milou. But these are collected volumes. So you get 3 or 4 in each volume. This one happens to have 4. But they never came out in this 7-inch format, right? Originally, they came out like, boom, Lotus Bleu. This is the French. I picked this up just because when I was a kid, obviously reissue with this. These things were published a long, long time ago. But the thing I like about these were the original interiors that lined the original ones from the 60s from the Methuen Company in the UK. This is the one I love. Just keep the money coming, Loki. You'll be fine. Attaboy, we love Loki. Rachel, most of us won't hang around a live stream that welcomes racist and pejorative behavior. I told them already, there's no such thing as bad boy. If he gets racist, obviously we'll de-wrench him, right? It's that quick and easy, okay? We're just doing that, man. Patrick also, Dobbs seems to behave himself okay on the Patrick show, so there's no problem there. Look, I'm just showing you some kiddie books, all right? These are recommended on Amazon, age 8 to 12. But the point is, what I'm trying to tell you is that this is the format they came in. This thing, I don't know. It's in French. It was barely read clearly. And it just came as I bought it secondhand, saw it in store secondhand. So I got to get that, man. The Blue Lotus in English, right? The Lotus Blue. Tintin in China adventures with his friend Chang, who he knew in real life. He drew from real life circumstances. So I just learned recently that Amazon.com.ca, for me in Canada, went and they've reissued all of these in this. This is a format they originally came in, 12-inch format in English. So I'm buying them all up again. I just love it, love it, love it, love it. And so I want to say thanks to Sue, my long-suffering better half, for allowing me to indulge myself. And this is Casterman. This is the French publisher that has always had the rights to the Tintin publishers. Over here in English, like I say, in the 60s, it was Methuen over in the UK, and then other publishers got a hold of it. Not only am I nostalgic for that, but speaking of Norman Maslow, and this is a sad comment up here. Where is the one here? I used to be, this is a record head. I used to be on Team Mazzy, not sure why, but I'm no longer a fan. Well, I love Mazzy. I'm a huge fan. He still remains the best raconteur storyteller in the vinyl community. Nobody can just be affable, friendly, likable, approachable, relatable like Norman Maslow. So I remain a fan. I've also collected these. This is 1953, 54. Speaking of Massey, there's Massey. The year of the Fender Stratocaster, Massey's year of birth, 1954. And these are collected. These are just a wonderful series. I've been working through them. And, the art changed over time, became more sophisticated. The humor became more sophisticated. This is how Charlie Brown looked in 1953 to 54. And I've got an earlier volume than this one. This is number 2 in the series. I'm reading volume 1, 1950 to 52. And in that volume, the characters are even more primitive. Schroeder, the piano playing vinyl community, Schroeder, the piano playing maestro, he's like a baby. He doesn't talk. They give him a little toy piano. And the piano comes later in the evolution of the character. At first, he's just a little baby, does nothing but kind of drool. Doesn't have a whole lot going for him. The other thing, so I got those from 1950 and 1970 when I was reading them. The other thing I've been collecting are these collected. I've got the Masterworks Marvel, but the other thing I've been collecting are these DC Silver Age Omnibus. Volume 1, Volume 2, I've got both of them. I'm just showing this one because this is a lighter, this is a smaller one. Some of them are like double the thickness of this, like 900 pages in each one. But these recount the old adventures of Batman and Superman and stuff. And they were very silly. They were very silly indeed. But just seeing these logos, Batman and Superman, just filled my childhood heart with so much. So maybe I'm going through a retarded adolescence or a third or fourth adolescence. You know, kids, full disclosure, I'm 67 years young now. Can you imagine? I sure can't. I didn't think I'd even make it this long, but there we go. Shane Massey doesn't support an encouragement. He's Team Massey. That's all that matters to him. Holy smokes, Rob. Massey is a great friend, and you've met the man. So you know that in real life, he's a charm to hang around with and be okay. Angelo, the cat's name is not Cooper. I don't know why he insists. Angelo always calls Curtis Cooper. He's named after, yeah, you're retarded. Listen, Rob Walker, stop it. I'm special needs. That's the word we use for it. Okay? Possibly on the spectrum. It's Curtis, bloody hell. It was nice to see everybody on Sunday morning. 63 of you are in here watching. You know, the beauty of this thing, the show is really a Patreon kind of exclusive thing. I don't do what I used to do, but I do one show. I submerge in my little submarine and hang out with you all once a week. And this is the day your ship has arrived. Your ship's finally coming. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride. Sunday mornings, 7 o'clock Pacific is when it technically got started. We're in the showtime now. So let's do the Patreon. Have you done that link, Scoozy?
Yes.
Holy smokes. Yvonne, I'm wearing my Yvonne tribute. I got my red, I got my white. I'm doing an Yvonne. Yvonne the Music Man. What do you think about this, Yvonne? This is for you. Okay. I'm doing my Yvonne dress code according to Norvici. Hey, what was some story happened out in Norway? Something kind of weird went down there. I forget it. Retarded is such a great, it is a good word, isn't it? It's funny as fuck. By the way, I was watching a video, not about, it's by John Eraz. He's a comic book artist because the comic book thing I dig. And I guess Jeremy from the Quartering was saying how his channel's getting throttled. And boy, oh boy, is this so true. Rach, I'm sorry. I can't spend my time hanging in a room with people of Fred's disposition. With the best will in the world, it's just not going to be fun. I so understand. Don't worry about it, Loki. We'll catch you on, what days do we catch Loki on? Tuesday and Friday. I don't care about Fred. Like I told him, I said, you behave yourself, you're okay. You fuck up, you're going to find out, right? It's pretty fucking straight and simple. And that's my philosophy, because I don't give a fuck, right? I don't have an interest in this channel is not about building or growing or doing any fucking sweet thing. I'm out of all that. I don't give a fuck. I just do what I do. I have fun. I got a killer stereo system. Hurrah, hurrah. I got my music, and I hang around with people that want to hang around with me. And if you like to hang around with me, then do it. And if you don't, you don't. And I don't care. This Massey bashing is not on. Massey encourages all of us by showing us exactly how great we could be if we could reach the dizzying heights of his success. Yeah, 40,000 frickin' people can't be wrong. Absolutely right. Glastonbury was a complete shit show this year, full of hate, absolutely disgusting. I could not agree more with you, Rob Walker, on that. I heard about this rapper guy or something. You know what's amazing right now is there is a woman sitting in a British prison that's in jail for 2 years or something because she put out a social media post about maybe, you know, some of the newcomers should maybe think about heading back or something like that, you know. So she's in jail for 2 years. This rap guy that's calling for the death of MPs and members of parliament, for you, our American cousins, the MPs. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? You run around saying this shit? How the fuck aren't you in jail? Well, clearly there's rules for them and rules for us. And whatever the institution sanctions and admires or allows for, tolerates, let's be tolerant, then you're not going to be punished. But if you hold views that are antagonistic, in opposition to the status quo, to the party line, to the narrative, then you're going to be canceled quicker than you say Rip Van Winkle. And it's a crime. It's a shame. But we'll see what happens. You know, as a Christian type person, I identify as a Christian. I believe Jesus Christ is the Son of God. crucified, buried, resurrected, and coming again, and I am a sinner. Okay? My sin is ever before me. So I'm all aware of my shortcomings, my fallings, my failings, many there be. But the point is, I love God, and I'm reading my Bible through again. I read it a number of times, going through it, and I just finished Second Chronicles. I'm up to the book of Ezra, and so this is the time of the Babylonian captivity. Ezra and Nehemiah risen up, and God always has a way of rising people up in the midst of turmoil. I don't understand the animosity of trolls against Robin Mazzy. If I don't like someone on YouTube, I simply don't watch their videos. I won't waste my time thinking about them. Well, I think you're right, Eric. And I would also say that I think there's a lot of what you can't account for when you join the internet, when you do YouTube and you go and you do a video. So many people come in here. I was one of them. And I just come in and I'm like just doing my thing. Brian, you need a wrench, buddy.
It's the real brother.
Hey, Brian, how you doing? Good to see you. I love this guy. I've always loved Brian. I like Brian. You know, he'd make me mad at times for the shit he'd say, but you know, what life's short, right? And I don't carry animosity in my heart. I don't have any hatred for Fred. I don't have any hatred for Brian. You know, I have a lot of respect for Brian in many ways. But, you know, everybody's got their own cross to bear, keeping with the Christian allegory. Allusions too. But anyway, honestly, Angela, the BBC are disgraceful broadcasting filth. Well, their BBC is bought and paid for, right, by the regime. So it's a problem. Rach, you have a good soul. Well, you know, there's none good but one, right? God. But I just hang out, man. I don't want to, you know, it's like Bob Dylan saying, you know, and you got to serve somebody. I don't want to bug nobody. I don't want to be bugged. I've always loved that line because it resonates. And I like how Jesus talked when people reference Nathaniel. The disciples go to Nathaniel, this cat named Nathaniel. They go, hey, man, there's a Messiah's come. Yeah. And he goes, where's he from? He goes, Nazareth. The guy goes, oh, yeah. Can any good thing come from Nazareth? And Jesus goes. He doesn't revile the guy. He doesn't get bent out of shape. He doesn't freak out. He doesn't get triggered, as we would say in the modern era. He just says, truly a Hebrew in whom there's no guile. In other words, in the vernacular, there's no bullshit about that guy. He tells it the way he sees it. Doesn't mean he's right. In fact, he's wrong. Something good did come from Nazareth, Jesus of Nazareth.
Can you wrench Matt G?
Who needs a thing? Matt, you need a wrench, buddy. Good to see. A lot of people still don't know I'm back doing a Sunday morning show. Oh, one day a weeker. That's all you get me for. That's all you have to worry.
It's church.
Yeah, it's church day. Welcome to church. Welcome to church with the Reverend Jesus. Reverend Jesus or the Reverend Rachie. I pay the BBC for fuck's sakes. Yeah, well, that's the whole thing. You're paying for an institution. We've got the same problem here in Canada, CBC. America's got the same problem with NPR. And you've got these government-funded entities, and they're preaching a doctrine. They've got an ideology that's in diametrical opposition to everything we believe, but such is life. Hey, are we going to be lucky and get Darren on the battle today? Every day is a freaking miracle. We don't know if we're going to be lucky enough to get Darren. If we do, I'm sure we'll be able to entertain him for a bit. But if Darren's watching by any means, I want to reach out to this guy because he's deeply troubled. Darren, I want you up. I love you. I want to see you for a bit, but I don't want to hang out the whole, 2 hours or 3 hours, however this thing ends up going. I just want to hang a little bit with you. Just touch bases. See how you're doing. What's going on with you? Show a record or two. And then you go, well, that's it, everybody. I got to go. And that way, I think everybody likes it because everybody likes Darren. But I think in, measured dose, right? Measured dose. Don't overdose on Darren. Another way of putting it is don't go full retard. Don't go full retard. I wish the BBC would make documentary film on Rob's cat, Chico. It's not Chico. It's cat. Okay, Anthony, who's an audiophile of some degree, and he's also a classically trained musician, trained at the best institutions, multiple degrees. Got to tell you, doctor of music. For a test, try moving your right speaker to the right 12 inches before. Remove the 4 resonance machines. Guitars ×3 and see if it makes a difference. Just throwing it out there. Holy smokes, audiophiles! You're nothing but trouble, audiophiles. Thank you, Anthony. God breathed into man and he became a living soul. Be fruitful and multiply. So here we are. Absolutely. And here's a lesson on that. I believe in a tripartite constitution, a three-part constitution of human being. I just love this. That God took of the dust of the earth, right? A dust to dust, ashes to ashes, dust thou art, unto dust shalt thou return. He takes the dust, which is our flesh. And then he says he breathed into the dust. And the dust became flesh, and man became a living soul. A soul is the fusion of spirit and body. And there's enmity. There's disagreement between the two. And you've got to decide whether you're going to be ruled spiritually by the spirit, which draws you close to God, or by your flesh, which draws you close to Fred Dobbs. Clever. I just thrown it out there. So anyway, spirit, soul, body, that's what we are. And your soul is the mediator between the two. And your soul can move more towards the spirit and worshiping of God out of a pure heart and all that. Or it can move into carnality. I got to fuck something today. I just got to get laid. Or if you're a beautiful trans lady like me, you're going, oh, I just hope some brute will come and be my boyfriend. Well, that's not true. I don't want any of that. But anyway, hey, Rach, wants to touch fire without getting burnt? Yeah, exactly. You got to get burnt. You pay the price, right? Be not deceived. God is not mocked. Whatsoever a man sows, that also shall he reap. No getting out of it.
Piccolina's here.
Pika! I want to do a big shout out to my friend Piccolina. Pick gifted Sue and I 2 lovely presents. Sue got this absolutely gorgeous silver necklace, heavyweight silver, I got to tell you. For my gift, and I just appreciate this so much because I'm a big old aviation. This is a commie camp because I got my reds on, right? Commie red. I'm kind of Canada-like too, but this is Norway. This is my big salute to Yvonne up in Norway. I love you, Yvonne. But Pika, very kindly, look at all those beautiful airplanes. And if you open this box up, it's got a thing. Hang on, Harry. I know you're chomping at the bit. God knows what's going on. I got a card. Which we keep with it. Here is Pika, by the way. Piccolina the cat. Come on, focus for me. Don't play hard to. There you go. Join me and my 2,000 plus followers on YouTube. A hell of a lot more than I got. Pika the cat. Beautiful. Black and white, baby. So everybody support Pika. Sue may be able to get a link out for Piccolina. And you open it up and it's got this $20 amazing thing. Billy Bishop, Canada, $20 silver dollar commemorative. And it's got an Anson and it's got a Harvard. Now, these were World War II trainers because Canada had, in World War II, the Commonwealth training program. And we trained pilots from all over the Commonwealth to come in here, including England. They came over to Canada, learned to fly. And if you wanted to be a bomber pilot, they'd throw you on the twin-engine Anson. That would be your training plane. And if you were a fighter pilot, then they'd throw you into a Harvard. They'd start you on a Tiger Moth. Generally, you'd be in a Tiger Moth. And then you'd move up to the Harvard, which is great. A great airplane. In America, you guys had them too. They were the T-6 Texan. And they did sterling service. And in movies, old movies like Tora, Midway with Charlton Heston, those things, the Japanese Zeros, because the Zeros were all destroyed. There's very few Zeros floating around. So what they ended up doing was they created a Harvard and did it in the livery, the color scheme of a Japanese Zero, Navy fighter, white, red, all that. What? No Trump coin? Sue, get me my Trump coin. I love my Trump coins. I got everything, man. I got my, hold on. Look at this. Talk about colors that go great around here. Look at this red. Beauty. Holy smokes. I love that. Anyway, and I got, this goes good with it. This, I got to give a shout out PB Thal because he's got the rock yacht. Okay, let's get Harry up. Harry's all ready to start sharing records. You kids ready to see some records? Would you like that?
Hey, where's the show link?
Oh, show link like YouTube or what? What do you want? The YouTube link?
No, the Restream link.
Restream link is going right out into the kids right now.
Okay.
Okay, hang on, Harry. Here you go, man. Here we go, man.
Somebody else wants.
Yeah, it's like what do you call that? Geez, your flying history chops are on point, Rach. Thank you. Well, I spent a lot of time. I had the world's largest review site for aviation And I had the Naval Institute Press giving me free books and got to fix the hair. There's no fixing this hair. Who am I kidding? The tiger moth problem was it kept flying into lights. Harry! All right, we got two gentlemen here. Who do we bring in first? Well, this kid, I love him. Mazzy, I love you, love you, love you.
I read that the specs this morning in the green room that it was Red Shirt Sunday.
Red shirt, Harry. We got to put you in the
go put a
middle,
red
so
shirt on. It's commie day here.
It's
Red
commie.
Shirt Sunday.
Holy smokes!
It's commie.
All
can't
right,
hear
it's,
you,
commie.
Harry.
It's our commie special. There, we're smaller now. I think it looks better when we get three. We get more people up, we'll make more. Okay, we'll just change the order around. Mazzy, Harry, how you doing? Harry, you were the first one in to request a link. How you doing? You got any records to show? You got anything to talk about? Anything burning on your conscience? Your heart? Let's see how he's doing. Let's make him big.
His mic is off.
His mic is off. What the hell was with Harry?
Great. You religious
there. How
freaks.
about now?
Yeah,
okay, Harry, we got sound for you.
You religious freaks are censoring the liberal guy.
How the hell are you? So you got a record or two to show? You got some news to share?
Oh man, I'm going to put up a flip video. There's so many records.
Video? So you're going to flip some? Are you?
No, I flipped through them all and show you what they are. There's so many.
Okay.
I mean, can you see that table over there?
Okay, hold on. We're going big.
All those bins are full of records that I picked up either in LA or at a garage sale yesterday. Yeah,
give us a debrief. Obviously, you hung out with the Waxed and the LA Posse. How did that go? Was it Rob as lively as ever? Was he doing his normal thing?
The problem is I didn't get to speak.
I love you, Harry. How you doing? And flip.
Rob wouldn't let me talk.
He
said
would?
I kept interrupting him.
Oh my God. Mazzy, are you on medication at all? Because Brother Brian is concerned that you might be retaining water.
Well, I'm on a statin.
He's on a statin. They have a history of retaining water. Just don't worry. He's having his morning.
I think I'm a little.
He's puffy. Okay.
He's bringing that up. I'm a little thinner than Brother Brian, I think.
Okay, let's not hold on now.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, so if I'm retaining water,
okay, hold on. I understand. You're a counterpuncher. I get it.
I literally just woke up. Okay,
I know, and because you haven't had the chance to clearly think through what you're saying, because it's called fat shaming. And Harry and I have talked about this before on the program. We don't body shame around here because I was weighing in. Let's face it. I was porky. I was a very fat individual, and now I'm slimming down. I'm 244, down from 309.
Very nice. But what is when you say retaining water? That means you're larger than usual, isn't it?
Well, but hold on, not in a fat shaming sense.
But in a temporary way.
It's more of a health concern. It's just Brian was worried that you might be fighting the diabetes. How are your ankles? Like, are you getting cankles or anything like that? No. That would be a bad thing to look for as a sign of general health degradation. Okay.
No, I think I'm okay there.
I love this next comment. He speaks for so many of us when he says, I love me. I love me. I think that's fantastic.
I like Brother Brian too.
Okay, let's talk about that.
What's Brian, to talk about? I like Brian.
Well, hold on. You're saying you like? I mean, why?
Okay. Early on, way back in history, just came about. I don't know if you saw Vinyl Richie made a video. I don't know why he made it. Like the history of the VC. He showed some pictures, but the last 5 minutes is your thing with Chad and Michael and me, and it's the longer version. So it proves that. Unlike what Michael 45 said, that you didn't give him like 5 seconds or a 1 minute, whatever. I was sitting there for 5 minutes, and that was even they started recording, and Chad had been there for a while. So Chad was rude to this customer, and Michael was rude on top of it. But Brother Brian and I had
not always right.
Brian and I had a little animosity or something, and he was kind of slagging me off. I didn't take it personally. I even got shit when I had a live stream and I let Brian come on it, and people thought, don't let that guy on it. I like meeting people who may not agree, as you know, with me.
I agree with you on everything. And I think you're fantastic.
Exactly.
Tommy Sunday.
You know, I want to say, let me say something. Let me respond. I like Chuck T, even though Chuck T have a little thing. So he wants me to say it. I'm going to say it because Chuck requested. Fuck you, Chuck T.
Okay? Fuck you, Chuck. Don't. Fuck you, Chuck.
He requested it. It was a request.
It could be put into a lyric.
It's going to turn up in somebody's video. And
get up early for this.
Massey's got to get this off his chest. Obviously, this has been building up for a while. Ladies and gentlemen, we got some music news, breaking music news. Bill Kreiner, the big Bill K, we love Bill. He's out in like Oregon. He's like where is he? He's in Eureka. He's in like Eureka, California. Anyway, new Peaceful Cacophony.
Found it.
Single is coming soon with Ed from the Darkness guesting on drums. David could do his own drums, but it's fun to play with your friends. Massey, you play with friends? You fiddle about? You play with friends?
You're talking about musically. I played musically with friends, definitely.
Boy, oh boy!
But I'm really not a good musician, but I enjoy it. And I tell you, you know, I'm going to bring up Joey again because
okay, we love him, Joey. We love you, Joey Callio.
They're in LA rehearsing now for the tour, but he's the most patient guy. I can't believe how fucking patient he is. Much more patient.
Okay, what happened?
Well, he came over when we were doing something. I don't know, a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
And because he's seen me like when we kind of.
He's trying to show you some guitar.
He wanted to. Here's a few tips, just easy. He wrote some things down because I don't play lead, and so he told me some things to play, and of course I haven't practiced. That's why I'm not any good.
Practice. That's the problem.
But we played together, and it just I could play basic rhythm stuff, but he was so patient about it. I would never be that patient, and so I want to thank Joey if you're watching this eventually. Thank you.
You know, he's so kind. He said, you know, Rachel, I think you've got enough, you know, basic, you know-how to play some of my music if you wanted to. You know, Meth Lab's also a sticker came into mind. He said, I'm willing to show you. I was so intimidated by that. And I know Harry actually did the lesson and had some fun with him doing it.
Yeah, he did a one-on-one Zoom for Disneyland, taught me how to play it.
Yeah, that's the one. Now I got to tell you something, Harry. You got the ball. You got bigger balls. Poor Massey's falling down. Are you okay, old timer?
Well, I definitely have bigger balls than you.
Well, mine. Holy smokes, mine ended up being a lovely set of earrings, Harry. I got them bronze. They're just gorgeous. They show off the silver in my hair. But I got it. What is this, Maslow?
I haven't got mine yet.
What the hell is this?
Bruce.
Okay. Thrill Hill. Springsteen. It's the boss.
Yeah. You know, I don't think they should have called it Tracks 2, right?
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Because, but the thing is, it really actually says on everywhere else the Lost albums, because that's what it is.
Okay.
But 5 out of the 7 albums are fully intact albums, pretty close. And they're really, really good. The demo thing is okay. The first one of demos.
Yeah, I didn't care for that too much.
Yeah, I like it, but it's as an album, it's okay. The last 2 discs is basically what Tracks 2 would be. It's basically just a bunch of different outtakes. So that is demo. Tracks 2. But the basic core, the 7 albums or the 5 of those albums are really good. 3 of them in particularly, but they're really good and they're very different. Kind of 3 of them are similar.
Seems to have found his spirituality, or is worried about his mortality. I'm hearing that in some of the songs.
Yeah, so the thing is,
always been like
these songs go back 20, 30 years. So, in fact, I think the Faithless one that you're hearing him talk about faith and stuff, it was for a movie. It was for a movie, so that's what it was about. Not necessarily his personal.
Yeah, but if you read his bio, he's really been
okay. So where's he going? Is he going into Hinduism? Is he going into Zoroastrianism or Judaism?
He's not. It's not like there's a lot of people that are spiritual without believing in a single God, and that's I think where he is.
Wow.
You know,
now, Massey, you and I, of course, have been very vocal. You as one of my favorite Jews. And boy, nobody does. I'm going to go big here on this because I want to encourage Massey in his faith. Nobody does Judaism better than Norman Maslow. This guy, he's got.
I would have thought Jesus would have been your favorite Jew.
I feel I'm spiritual, but I'm not necessarily Jewish spiritual.
You are as close to Orthodox as I'm willing.
I do not follow Jewish scripture and Jewish quote. I hate to say rules; that's a bad thing. But Jewish, to me, I adapt them. I adapted to the times. I think adapted to the times, and a lot of religious
times. No, go with the eternal God, Jehovah.
No, I don't believe. I'm not a believer in. There's no. I mean, everyone. If there's a God, which God? Every religion has their own God.
You and me have the same God. The God of the Jews is the God of the Christians.
Okay, but there's other God. Yeah. I'm not buying it.
So it all depends on which religion you're born into, right?
No.
What if I was born in India? I'm going to burn in hell because I don't know Jesus?
No, of course not.
Well, some people think so, though.
Well, they would be wrong about that.
Okay, good. I'm glad you acknowledge it.
Well, because God is a spirit. It's the thing. If
God is a concept.
Being Indian,
by which we measure our pain.
But being Indian is no excuse.
No, of course not. Yeah. The point is that God is a spirit, and they that worship him shall worship him in spirit and in truth. Okay, that's all it takes, spirit and truth. But once knowledge arrives, Harry, this is where a kicker. If you're born in India, but then the superior truth of Jesus Christ, the ultimate revelation of God manifests in the flesh, then you have a moral responsibility. Then you'll go, my spirit, whatever I thought I called it, Brahma, I call it Shiva, the destroyer. But now I realize that what I was doing, that is what I'm worshiping as the God of the Bible. So
I understand, Brian, you find your God within, not with that. Okay, fair enough. I'm glad you have. The problem I have are the people, the believers, whatever, that are trying to push their God over someone else's God, their beliefs over someone else's beliefs. They have a war because they believe their gods and their spirituality is better over everyone else. All these friggin' religions, what's happening in Israel and Palestine and around the world, are and even the diversiveness in America is about people with different beliefs.
As a commie,
trying to push their religious beliefs and run America on their religious beliefs. I don't believe that. I wouldn't, if there was a Jewish president, I wouldn't want Jewish beliefs and Jewish scripture and Jewish laws running America. That's not what America's about. And I wouldn't want that either. Any religion.
Okay, but as a good
religion should be out of the fucking government in America.
Settle down. You're just getting yourself all worked up on a beautiful Sunday morning. Now listen, here's the deal. But I think the religion is often used just as an excuse so you can gather more land, because any commie worth their weight in dirt will tell you it's all about the land. It's all about ownership.
It's all about money.
Whoever owns, it's the money, man. So you can use religion as a tool in order to facilitate the accumulation of more wealth.
They should have known right off the bat.
Needs of production. Okay, go ahead.
When they said that baby Jesus, cold and lonely in a
manger.
He's in a manger. And what did the three wise men bring him? Did they bring him clothing and blankets and food? No, they brought him silver and gold. That tells you right there, religion is all about the money.
Do you know people do analysis?
Benjamins.
Now settle down. Those were the wise men from the East. Okay,
they weren't very wise.
Well, they're newcomers. They don't
bring the baby some goat milk or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Now there's some religious overtones. Yesterday, I went to see 28 Years Later. The zombie.
Okay. Were you scared? Did it scare you? You're sensitive. Don't deny it, man.
Well, first of all, I loved it. Those three movies, I loved it, and I don't think it's doing as well at the box office as it should, because it's a good movie. It's well acted, well paced. It's not your typical zombie movie. There's some shit ass weird stuff in it, and there's a weird ending to it. But I thought 28 Years Later was fantastic. So.
Okay, we got one review in, and it's all positive, coming from the one and only Norman Maslow.
Well, there's a spiritual, there's an emotion to it. There's a mother-son connection that's really a deep part of it, which is really good. It's well written.
I love that. Gold, yeah, it's a lot of symbolism in the Bible. Gold, frankincense, myrrh. Gold represents his kingship, king of the Jews. Frankincense is divinity.
Yeah, why don't
So
you use
you
food
are
or
the
something else?
Christ,
Why do you have
oh,
to use
the
the
great
physical?
Jesus Christ? Prove to me that you're no fool. Walk across your swimming pool.
I don't know how to love him. That's my favorite.
Hosanna, hey, Santa, Santa.
I love that album. I really do.
It's a
The
killer
first one, the
album.
1971.
Ian Gillan,
Yeah.
don't buy the 1973 movie soundtrack.
Don't buy the soundtrack.
Yeah,
No.
get it.
The movie's terrible.
What was Andrew Lloyd Webber? Andrew, that was an Andrew Lloyd Webber.
And
Religion divides people. It's fucked up. Look at the state of the world. Well, like I say,
I agree with you.
Rob Walker.
You know what it is? Rob Walker's right, but it's not the religion. It's the way people interpret and use the religion that fucks things up.
I
agree
think
with
having religious impetus is innate to the human condition. That's why it's universal. It's in every culture.
But if you
Religion
want to believe and be spiritual, why do you have to like broadcast it and promote it to others? Just be it, enjoy it, or
Go.
Such a
sing it on
great,
the mountain.
encouraging word for Mazzy. Mazzy, this is our brother Brian with love. Mazzy, please don't lose your shit. It's okay.
hey Brian, why don't you come up here?
Concerning.
Brian, it's Sunday morning. Why don't you come up and let's have a chat?
Okay, well, let's see how
Rachel,
he's
can
feeling.
I show a record?
You sure can, Harry.
No.
It's record showing time, cats.
Now, I've already shown this on other streams, but I haven't showed it on yours because it's a very special record and it was made and named for me.
Right. Okay, this is Harp. This is from Ed Hamill. And the Hamill,
Did I show it to you or
Hamill
not?
on trial. Hamill on trial. And yeah, that's tricky because when you look at it and you move it, that vibrates a bit.
That's like Hamill on ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a tremendous thing. Now, Harp, okay, so you're going, it's named for you. Harp has got to be your like nickname, your gun name.
No. It's like
Take your time.
well, there's a whole backstory, but I don't want to get into it. But
I need to hear the
I did
backstory. It
something-
means nothing.
I did something very nice for him, a big favor, and it was like I was an angel, and he's that's a harp for me.
Yes.
And it's a live album, and he actually talks about me in the record. So I was very touched and very
I would be
honored
too,
that he did that.
Yeah.
And he only made 100 of them, and every cover is painted by him, and they're all different.
I think that's fantastic. What a tribute. What a loving tribute.
I was
What a
very
loving guy. I like the man myself. I had the great pleasure of meeting him over at Harry Fest last year. And he was just super good guy 2 years ago.
And I remember Mazzy saying, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Yes.
That's Massey. That's our Massey. One steps cause division, just like religion. One step can cause division. If you do a one-step pressing, could be a problem. You didn't need to share that, Brian, that you're going to have a shower. I beg to differ. I think cleanliness is next to godliness, as Massey will back me up on that. Massey's a very clean man. A lot of people don't know that.
there is a time when you do not want to shower. Like if I'm going to go to a record show, I don't shower for a week or more. And then nobody gets next to me. I got all the access to the records that I need to flip through.
Yeah.
Hey, Harry, we know that.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. So later this year, now we're moving along, right? July coming up pretty quick, Independence Day. Okay, Harry, any plans for Independence Day? Any wieners you're going to get into, stuff like that you kids love? Shooting guns. Are you a gun shooter?
Oh, yeah. We love shooting our rifles into the air. And
because I know the neighborhood. I've seen the neighborhood. And there were a lot of gunshots going around your house when I was there.
Well, that's because there's a firing range a mile down the road. And
yes,
I don't even hear it anymore. But if you're new here, all you hear is.
Okay. Because we can remember we were driving up and it was such a scenic, it was like a scene out of an upper class. Sorry, Harry, you're a little bit of an elitist, you're upper class. We're in this upper class American neighborhood and the American flags from those Democrats, I could not believe what I was seeing. It was like a kind of a chorus of invitation. Welcome. I felt like the president.
I'm going to tell you honestly.
Okay, go.
After the last election, I took my flag down, and I will not fly
taken your flag down. You know what I would do as a protest personally, Harry? Here's a suggestion: do it or not. Hang it upside down. Like do this in protest. Say, I hate that Trump. It's horrible. Boo.
Yeah. No, that's my avatar on Facebook is an upside down flag.
Boy. That shows America's in distress.
Harry, send us your flag. We'll hang it here.
Well, no, yeah, if you aren't using it, well, Sue and I keep wanting to put an American flag on because we got right now in Canada's elbows up. Everybody's gone nuts about tariffs and stuff. And so we're liberals. It's like it's kind of like whatever the media puts out, then these Canadians kind of just do. So at one point, it was all Ukrainian flags. They were popping up like weeds in a garden, Harry. Everybody had a Ukrainian flag. Some people had them in their windows and shit. I'm going, fuck, are these people all Ukrainian? What the fuck? And, but no, it just turns out the media was saying that Ukrainian good, Russian bad. So you go, oh, okay, you got to have a Ukrainian flag. Then it's like we've got now this Canada thing. Canadian flags started popping up. Canada has never been like the USA, okay, when it comes to flags. We're not a bunch of flag wavers up here, generally, right? But since the politics and everything, now we're all Canada first. We're all apparently really proud of being Canadian now, even though Justin Trudeau, our former prime minister, said we're living in a post-nationalist state with no shared values or core identity that even ties us to anything. So, but having said that, so we're seeing all these Canadian flags everywhere. We want to put up an American flag. And Harry, you'll be so proud of me. On my account platform, Mazzy, I'm surprised you're not subscribed to me over there. But on my X account,
don't do X.
I've got an American flag in my profile. So it's Rachel's Ghost VC, and then the American flag is just fucking hilarious. And then I shit all over Canada, and I have such a great time. Hey, Rachel,
what's wrong with you?
What? I have so much fun. I love the U.S., man. Do you know, I found a newspaper article from, you'll like this, from Pullman, Washington, about a mile down the road in Pullman, Washington, from 1894. And it talks about my great-great-grandfather and the family celebrating July 4th. And it opened up with prayer. Then there was America, like the beautiful, and it's just so patriotic. It's so steeped in Americana, and these are my direct ancestors, my great-great-grandfather and family. And it just brings the tear to your eye. And they had prayer, and then they did the Star Spangled Banner, which was not the official national anthem. It just says closing with the Star Spangled Banner song. Okay, it didn't say anthem.
The national anthem should be "This land is your land."
This land, that's what he got through. This land is your, but the problem is the Canadians got that song too, but we sing it wrong because we make it all Canadiana with our lyrics. From the Vancouver Island to the Alberta Highlands, cross the prairies and lakes to Ontario's towers, from the Newfoundlander, Nova Scotia.
Hey, Harry, this is like listening to the sermon on Sunday morning where the priest or the guy at the front podium.
I'm just here for the little
shut up.
bread and wine.
That's called the communion or the Eucharist.
Or those Nico wafers, you know?
Yes.
You'd think they'd given all the body away by now.
Okay,
Oh,
this is a shocker. Sad
That
here.
was last week. That was last week.
Why didn't you?
Let's not
Why
judge.
didn't you text us? I didn't hear about it.
Oh, yes, someone did. I showed that Bullet soundtrack, and I wrote it on the Bullet soundtrack.
Turkey boat.
I mean, he was 90. Come on, sad. He was in it like 97 or 96 or whatever.
You know,
I mean,
I've got to turn my notifications on because maybe then I would see all these texts.
Holy smoke.
I don't think I texted it, but I think someone did.
Ladies and gentlemen, big news on this channel goes to a couple of weeks ago. We were so happy. I was so proud. So nothing, God brought a tear to my eye. Massey, I was surprisingly decided to come on the show for a bit. And I was enjoying this company so much when suddenly this guy from Switzerland, he's an expatriate Brit, he lives at a parallelogram phono record guy. And he's Andrew. Hello, I'm Andrew from Parallelogram Records, and we're going to look at the white album. Is it as white as they say? And Massey left this program and he went over there.
Oh, yeah.
I just saw it now.
I just bought it. I bought that. I saw Massey post on that. But the thing is, Lalo Schifrin, of course, famously, and in 1973, I'm proud to say, I went out and bought the soundtrack to Enter the Dragon, soundtrack by Lalo Schifrin. Imagine that, a human flag.
Did you see this? Now look where Dr. Robert is right now.
Ring my friend. I said you'd call. He's by Bink House. It's
Big
a
Bink.
Bink House.
He's in Woodstock.
Woodstock,
He's
New
in
York.
Woodstock.
Well, I think
Band.
he's on his
Big
way to
Bink.
Germany. He's on his way to Germany.
Guys, I started this with a whole nostalgic thing. So what part of the nostalgia thing is recognize people like Lalo Schifrin that really, in so many movies, 70s music, he was so good at taking that Afro inner city beat, doing all that kind of stuff and incorporating it in kind of a white guy fashion into some pretty happy.
Well, another Jewish composer,
Yeah, well, they're pretty damn.
Not just another white guy, but a Jewish white guy.
Yeah, I love those Jewish white guys. The Jewish people, I think, are uniquely blessed. I really do. I think they're like a signpost to the world. Do you know I think the average IQ of your average Jewish individual is like higher than most people. I think so. There's a lot of bright ones in the tribes, 12 tribes, bright people. That's my opinion.
Well, that means I'm not
All
totally
who
there.
wander
I'm
are not
only 25%
lost.
Jewish, so
You're 25% dumber, maybe 75%.
75% dumber.
dumber. Holy smoke! But the thing is, Maslov, you're a bright spark, and I said at the top of the show because you got some flack. You're a big target, right? You're a big channel. Big channel equals big target because you got small minds attacking it. And I am telling you, man, you are just a rocker. You go out there, you deliver 40,000 strong plus, deserve 40,000 people can't be wrong.
Let's get boom boom.
No,
Boom, boom, you need a wrench. Boom, boom, Charlie.
I just watched Mazzy's interview with Fitz, and I thought that was a really good interview. I learned a lot about Mazzy.
Well,
I really did.
Well, what was weird about that? I recorded that 3 months ago when I was up there. I don't know, 3-4 months ago, and I watched part of it, and I looked so catatonic, like I just woke up. It's not the usual Mazzy.
No.
Oh,
I was very.
you were dour?
I was.
Is that the right
No,
word?
I
Subdued?
short-ish answers. I didn't go on and pontificate like I usually.
No. You went on.
You went
Summer.
on.
But not
That's
as
what I
much.
liked about it. You
See,
went in depth.
I'm going
learned
with
that.
Harry on this. Massey, you're not the best judge of you. Let Harry evaluate because Harry.
I appreciate that, Harry. Thank you.
I appreciate it too. We see it through Harry's eyes.
I like that series that Fitz is doing, asking different people questions and doing this. It was good.
Well,
He filmed one with me like a month ago, but he's putting them out.
Yeah,
from
mine
the
was like
side.
3 months ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
so anyway, Massey. So Harry, how did you like the way Massey came off? Did he come off as arrogant, angry?
No, he came off as very knowledgeable, and that's the thing. The people that bust his balls. The thing is, he can back it up. He knows his shit. There's nobody on the VC, I think, that has the depth of knowledge on music like Mazzy does. It's impressive.
Of some music,
but he lived it. He grew up with it.
Of some music. There's a lot of music I don't know, but yes, thank you.
Well,
Well, I
you
think
know a
Mazzy-
lot of music.
I think he also has the kind of mind that wants to retain factoids about things. He's naturally
Dude, I can't
curious.
remember stuff about music from a month ago.
You know what I did do, Rachel? Unfortunately it's not available now because it's behind a paywall. But Friday, I did like an hour and a half with Leo Laporte at Twitch.
Oh, yeah.
It was live at 1:00. Some people I know saw it, and it's behind their paywall for a while. Then eventually it'll put on YouTube again. But it was live on all the platforms, and we just had a great, mostly vinyl, but we had a good rapport because Leo and I haven't really hung out in over a decade, like personally. I've known him since 1988. And it was fun. It was on Twit TV, Leo Laporte show.
Yeah, Morgan Webb. That's who if you mention Leo Laporte, I go right away. Morgan Webb.
I remember Morgan.
Well,
that was that was Tech TV or something.
Yeah,
or
but she was so hot.
GTV.
She was so hot.
Yeah.
Come on, admit it.
Well, they had.
She was so hot. Oh, Mazzy, you've frozen, and you had little. Did you notice, Gary? He froze.
Am I frozen?
You're unfrozen now, but you froze ever so briefly, and when you froze, you were like this. You got pouty, like
I don't know.
But okay.
Leo Tech TV used to be part of CNET and then ZD Ziff Davis, and they used to be across the street from my office for about 8 years. So I took my son Joey when he was 12 years old. We went and we saw a small group and saw They Might Be Giants perform on Tech TV before we saw them at the Fillmore that night. So Joe loved it. I mean, literally 12 chairs, 15 chairs, seeing an intimate performance of They Might Be Giants. He loved that so much.
Well, how could you not, right?
Yeah.
Was he disappointed that there were no Giants?
No.
That it
They
was
might be
name
Giants.
only?
Yeah. Well, that's from a movie. There's a movie called They Might Be Giants.
I don't know anything about that.
A George C. Scott movie called They Might Be Giants. They're kind of crazy people, this couple.
He did that with Joanne Woodward.
That's right.
Joanne Woodward's in that, and it's about a Sherlock Holmes kind of take. And at the end, you kind of believe, maybe, they're kind of like out of the loony bin, but they think they're Sherlock, and it's actually a good movie. Absolutely right, Bill K. You got to make it, it's for entertainment purposes only. Holy smokes. I've always loved
the movie that at the end of a particular movie where I believed that maybe it was real was Harvey. Do you remember Harvey?
Harvey the Rabbit. It's Jimmy Stewart with one of his most beloved.
Lisa's been arrested.
Well, all right, Lisa. I'm going to grab the moon for you.
They should have put him in.
Wheelchair. Lisa's been arrested.
That was so fantastic.
That was Vertigo. That was not Vertigo. That was Rear Window.
Yeah, but Perry Mason was the killer in that thing.
And who was the piano player in the apartment to the right?
That's David Seville from
Ross Bagadazarian. Yeah,
Bagadazarian. That's why I call him
Bagdasarian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can pronounce Seville. I can't do the Kazuzu.
He's at the piano, little cocktail hour to the right.
Love when I hear this. This is the aim of the show. We try and deliver so much entertainment that your little brains out there get so happy. And this is science, Harry. Mazzy and I've always.
I'm getting a Woody.
And where's your Woody? Yeah. What? I'm saying this is the brain will ejaculate in happiness, and that's our goal.
It's amazing that there is a mindset, Rachel. It's amazing there's a mindset of a fucking idiot who makes up phony names like that to hang around. They can't just have a nice conversation with people, joke around, have some fun, but they got to hide behind the name doing stupid asshole fucking things like that guy.
So you're okay.
What a loser. What a loser. I'm doing this because Rob's not here yet.
Okay, now hold on, Mazzy. I know you're angry. There's a lot of emotion in there. But ejaculating dopamines, I'm here to tell you, is one of the sweetest, kindest, but yet sexually active members in our
Do you actually know who that is?
Yeah, I know who it is. He's a good guy. But the whole thing is like he just created it for fun, and because I did this thing, a riff in the show once where I was talking about how we entertain, and your brain will actually ejaculate in dopamine. You'll get all happy and excited because you're watching the Rachel Still, and he just thought that was funny, and he came out. So, and I love this. And I love how it's phrased because we got a lot of people, newcomers, of course, are born into both our countries. Not so much you guys anymore, thank God. But up here still, we're getting all your casts off. And with so many newcomers, I like to speak in a way that they can understand. And I'm going to give an announcement to them all right now. On behalf of Ejaculating and Dopamines, the Rachel's Ghost Channel, love you. Love. Love you. Love me, love. All right, so that is spoken in such a way that even if you've been in the country a week, you're going to get the message. You're going to feel some affection coming for you. Do you think that's so wonderful? In Yiddish, we would say "Willkommen."
What was the last part? What did you say?
Just in Yiddish, we would say "Willkommen."
Willkommen.
I thought you said I'm coming.
Willkommen.
Well, that can happen as well. As long as you enjoy the show, we'll keep them coming.
Well, it's a hybrid
I'm
mix.
Breathing hard.
It's a hybrid mix of German and Hungarian and all these kind of.
It's got and Hebrew is in there.
Yeah.
We watched a show last night. I don't know if you guys have seen this one. Henry Cavill. It's a throwaway piece of fluff, but it's fun to watch. It's just a fun action movie. It's called The Ministry for Ungentlemanly Combat or Warfare. Ungentlemanly Warfare. Henry Cavill's in it.
Oh, I saw that. That's
Harry Always
like Argyle. Like it's like the guy, isn't it the guy that did Argyle? Or
oh, it's filmed by Ritchie, not Lionel
Guy Ritchie. It's Guy
Guy
Ritchie.
Ritchie. It's a
Yeah.
Guy
Vinyl Ritchie. Vinyl.
I
Ritchie,
actually
yeah.
saw it.
Ritchie.
I actually saw it in the theater, and I liked it. It kind of bombed, but I kind of liked it.
I liked it.
Good.
It's because it's fluff. It's funny. It's tongue in cheek, and a
Yeah.
good cast. It had a great cast, and it
Yeah.
moves along at a pretty good clip. And you know,
It's
you
like,
watch
it's
it.
like a
it's
comic
incredible.
mix of Guns of Navarone and all these like.
It's got
was
all
good.
that, and the music is like Ennio Morricone with the riff, with the spin, basically. But you can see the nod to the spaghetti western. Go ahead,
Can I respond to Marty?
Marty. Listen the hell up. Go ahead, Harry. Just take a big bite out of them. Look out! This has been building up.
Uwe is on his way to Germany soon,
Yes.
maybe in the next day or two. And when he gets back from Germany, we're going to try to do that garage sale, record garage sale.
Are you going to put an American flag out over your garage when you have the
Fuck
sale?
no.
Okay.
Stop it! Don't. Why are you doing this? Like you
I'm
can't
just
just let
asking
the
him,
guy
'cause
have his
maybe-
garage. No.
Maybe you can write. You can spray paint on the flag.
Record
Record sale.
If he's upset that he doesn't have his garage sale, you know what? Marty's going to lose a whole weekend of fun riding his motorcycle up to Puyallup to see the fair and everything. Now,
In
see,
the
this
Good
is
morning,
a bit
Jim.
out of
In
Midway.
the next 2 weeks, I'm going to do another whatnot auction, but I don't know when yet.
Okay, hold on. Let's see this. This is kind of spiritual here. Let's look into it. This is Jim. We call him the boss, with apologies to Bruce Springsteen, but we do. Jim, Record Collector News. If you're not subscribed to Record Collector News, make sure you are. This is the editor, driving force behind the magazine. It's excellent. I did turn my life and my will over to Jesus this morning in regards to both my parking, my traffic, and hitting green lights. Sometimes it works. Anytime I get Princess parking, I give it to our Lord. I love that. You were so impressed to be informed of that you ran 20 red lights in the Lord's
In
honor.
his
Is that
honor.
petitioning
Thank
the
you,
Lord?
Jesus. Thank
That's
you, Lord.
petitioning the Lord with prayer.
Yeah, in all thy ways.
Jim actually has a little statue of Jesus on his dashboard, and it's got a grass skirt, and it goes back and forth when he hits bumps.
Powerful condemnation of the Ghost 2 channel.
I love it.
It's giving me pause to reflect. Is this stream a repeat? Tedious, boring.
I've missed
No
the
wonder.
I'm gonna do basically a reenactment of every Rob Walker video of the last month.
Oh, Rob Walker video reenactment. Look at happiness. There's joy. Holy smoke. Rob,
And some of
look
them you
at
have to
that.
have CDs, though.
Look at that. That is kind of frightening, really. Can you imagine that guy pulling up with a pizza box for you? Got your pizza here. I don't know if that would be good. That would be I'd kind of be using one of them people things to look through. I don't think that's our pizza.
Is your pizza delivery guy a drummer or a bass player?
Oh, good question. Are you asking me or Mouse?
I'm asking you, Rachel.
Okay, we got a drummer pizza boy.
Okay. You can tell because the drool comes out of both sides of his mouth. That's how you can tell when the drummer is level.
Wow.
Yeah, I love
Wow.
pizza. That is an incredible thing. I turned my life over to my savior, Neil Young. A Neil Youngite? You're a Youngite. You know, we just
Neil
went
Young's going to play in Woodinville.
Jim Morrison said you can't petition the Lord in prayer. Well, he'd be wrong about that. I love improv, Massey's good at improv. Yeah, and I'm smashing your views, Massey. Response to Rob Walker's claim. Look at this. He's
Go
not.
for it. Go
He's
for
so
it.
angry with you that he's not even speaking proper English.
I don't even.
He's.
Well, how do you respond to that?
Well, I'll tell you how you exactly respond. Walker, you're typing like you're some sort of knuckle dragger.
Some
Yeah,
videos get a lot of.
views,
Some
Massey.
videos get a lot of views. Some don't. That's the way it
Ah.
goes.
Hey, by the
Sometimes
way,
you
I'm
feel like
slimming
you're not.
down. Harry, you're going to like this next comment. I'm slimming down. I'm going to get myself an Oldham jersey to wear on the show. Oldham Athletic. What? What the hell? I'm getting a negative look from the wife here on this. What? It's their blue.
Sports
It's
jerseys,
blue. You know how good I look in blue?
You know what's going to happen? You want to start collecting sports jerseys.
Oh, that breaking news. Rachel, I left. I left because of Fred Dobbs. And I did some timing, and now I'm going for a cycle. If I die, it's going to be my fault. 100%. And you know why? Maybe by forever, and he's doing a face red droopy eyes. Do you know what the red face droopy eyes is? It's the saddest thing you can ever look at. Red face droopy eye. Watch this. This is horrible. When I show you kids what this is, Mazzy, are you sitting down? I want you to be sitting down for this.
I am sitting down.
Because this is
hound dog.
This is what he's doing. This is it. That's it. That's exactly what he's sending to me. Not this shit here. This thing here. That's what he's doing. That's just freaking horrible. Very hurtful. Very hurtful, Loki. Okay, let's move right on. Yes, I celebrate Rob Walker. Well, Yvonne, I'm celebrating you with the red and the white Norvegi. And I got little Snowy, Milou, the little dog. Massey, I'm talking about nostalgia. Do you go out and buy items that you may have owned at one time when you were in a younger iteration of Massey? And you go, you know, it'd be nice to have, I used to own that. It would be nice to own that and have it back.
Not anymore, no. I mean, I did with records, obviously, but no, I don't. Like games or toys or no, I don't. Yeah. I don't.
Speaking of ejaculating brains, that's who you are. Rob the Wax is here. It looks like a bunch of geriatrics waiting for pizza box delivery.
Here's your pizza, and here's your pepperoni.
Oh, my God. The face of despair. Okay, look out. A thumbnail featuring me is bad news for Massey. He's obviously, quote, what he calls in the business.
Of course, Rob Walker. Thank you. Yes, I'm so rattled. You rattled me.
Oh, I love this. You know what we call him? Raji. I like how he's put this in English, right? Raji over in the UK. Loki, please leave them stabilizers on. You know you're not ready to go freewheeling. What we call that over here is training wheels. You got your training wheels. You got to keep your training wheels on. Harry, you're in Puyallup, of course. Washington, a lot of snow and stuff in there, water and the like. But here's my question: when you go to a pool, do you have the little water things?
Water wings.
Right, Rachel, when I go to a pool, there's always a red ring around me. What's that about?
Hold it! What the hell?
You got a yellow water.
Oh my God! Yeah, just
Rob looks like he's stoned.
Rob, what's going on? Did you have a gummy, man?
Actually, it's called a contact high. I walked into Jim's office and it was like a wall hit me in the face.
Holy shit! So where you guys headed out this fine Sunday morning?
Spread the word of Jesus.
Yeah, Massey, you can learn from this. You can learn from this. Zanzibar, you son of a bitch.
Oh, Rachel. Rachel, can you tell that Yutz I'm on a phone and I can't read his comments?
Listen, you look like you're driving in a record show, I think he's on the wrong side of the wheel. You look like
Is he backwards again? Hang on, Rob.
You look like you're driving in the UK.
Okay,
yeah, there you
he's
go.
driving in America now.
Right.
No, actually, I said to Jim, if I go with you today, drive on the wrong side of the road.
Rob, we had some problem earlier with ejaculating dopamines. Massey went on a hurtful rant. He's appealing to you. It's like kind of kangaroo court time. Ejaculating dopamines rights. Wax, please admonish Massey for hateful remarks about my, and I'm going to add killer channel name. Rob, response?
I never see your ass around my live streams. Why should I defend you?
Okay, sorry, ejaculator.
Wow.
You are in deep doo-doo. The word has been said. The message is out. It's clear.
I'm getting car sick just watching
Jesus
Rob drive.
Martinez? Jesus Martinez. Holy shit. Stephen McElwain, and so many are saying this themselves, I never thought this day would come. Well, your ship has come in, little friend. I tell you that much, and it's happening now.
It looks nice there. We got we're gonna have a high of 78 today. A whole week of beautiful 70s and low 80s.
All right, thank you, Willard.
Willard Scott, ladies and gentlemen.
In the 90s when I was there.
Okay, guys, here's the thing. Now, I'm naturally a very slim and trim type of individual. I just happen to have gotten fat because I ate too much. But here's apart from that. That's an aside. Willard Scott went on one of them diet things. They stapled his vagina or whatever they did to lose the
I
weight.
hate it when that happens.
And he got all shriveled and stuff, and he never looked
Rachel.
as good to me. Rob?
Rachel.
Willard Scott.
Willard Scott was our local weatherman in Washington, D.C. So I grew
And
up
he
with
looked fantastic as a fat guy.
Well, he had a toupee, you know.
Yeah, but he looked good, bald and fat.
He was a weatherman and he had to pay? I
No,
thought they paid them.
You know, the two
It's
things
a-
about him. Originally, he was the local bozo, and he was also the first Ronald McDonald. Did you know that?
Yes, I did. He has a great
I did
history
not
in
know
what's
that.
known as clowning. Massey, did you ever have any desires? Because you grew up in the age of Clara Bell. And and anyway, did you ever have a desire to get in the exciting world of clowning?
No.
Because you're a natural entertainer.
Yes. No.
Okay, Rob, you spent a few weeks. I don't know. You were young. You needed the money. Maybe there were cheerleaders you wanted to get, but you were a mascot at one time. That is the next closest thing I can think of as an exciting career in clowning. Were you ever tempted to don the shoes, the makeup, the nose, and get out there and forge a career in the exciting realm?
No, Rachel, but I have a strange urge to fit as many people as I can in a car.
That's what I was just going to say. He's got a clown car.
That is fantastic. I don't know how they do that. Here's the trick. The cars are so tiny, and yet there's so many clowns that they can get in there.
Where are you going, Waxed, this morning?
Mazzy, you do have a brain inside that noggin of yours.
You said you're meeting Jim, but
It's the Pasadena Record Show.
No, that's next week. This
I
is
thought
the
it was 29.
Orange County Record Show.
Oh, okay.
County. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but Orange County is actually the home territory where Disneyland is.
yes, it is.
Rob, favorite ride at Disneyland? Have you ever been? Would you like to go again? Two questions.
Well,
two
Rachel,
yes.
there's only one answer to that.
All right, I'd like to hear it.
Teacups.
Teacups. I've been in the teacups. God, I wish I had all my old Disney.
I go
ones.
for the
Yeah,
Pirates,
World
Pirates of the
after
Caribbean and
all.
Space Mountain.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Everybody was lined up to get there.
Oh,
I
yeah.
went in, and you know what? Without a reservation, I got into the Blue Bayou restaurant.
Oh, yeah, that's a
I
big
went
deal.
there. I got into the
Wow.
Blue
That
Bayou.
used to be the only place that served alcohol in Disneyland.
Oh, and I had my alcohol. Believe you me.
They've
Yeah,
opened-
well,
they've
Mazzy-
changed that.
Mazzy brought a flask to Disneyland.
Yeah, I knew there was something. I thought it might have involved the vagina, but apparently I'm wrong. It was just he got a stomach, it was a stomach staple, man.
You could have just used Ozempic.
Mazzy, did you ever get fat? Was there ever a fat period? Did you? You know,
Hey,
Tom.
hold-
Yeah,
hold on.
I get my
Hold
middle
on.
age, late
Oh,
age.
God, something's happening. Rob's got a point of interest.
Oh my God! Look at
Oh
where are the Marines?
Oh my gosh.
Guy was a monk.
Where's the National Guard?
Yeah, where's all the?
Protecting you?
There's monks on the street, Rachel. What are we going to do?
Oh, Arnie Zanzibar, I am sick of these hurtful comments.
Rachel,
Yes, Rob.
I can't read his comments, which is a godsend.
Yeah.
But let's see if this works.
Uh-oh. Oh, look out, Arnie! He's using his Massey. Oh no, Arnie just ended up getting blocked. It's sad. Arnie's gone. It just disappeared.
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead, Harry. Harry, take your time. Speak. Your
I
mom.
just got a message that said something about unable to post, or a little red thing popped up on the
Yeah,
comments.
just ignore it. It popped up here, then it goes away.
What is the pop-up?
Yeah.
It only happened
You
when
don't use
when
your
Rob got
little
here.
blue pill, Rachel.
Don't click
Dear
on it.
me, when did you become a troll? Rob, it's no shame to admit you live in your car. This is following hot on the heels of an Arnie
Hey,
Zanzibar
wait,
comment.
whose comment is that? I can't read.
That's Dan B. Dan
Rachel, can we have more Dan A comments?
Dan
I
A.
hate the
please.
B team.
Dan B. Dan B. Dan B. That was a big hit, wasn't it, Maz?
Sure.
Did you see that we lost Bobby Sherman,
Dan B.
Rachel?
Stampy. Go ahead, Harry.
Were you brokenhearted when Bobby Sherman passed?
Yeah, of course, every girl had a poster of Bobby on the wall, and of course, he was just so wonderful. He did
Well,
so
you know, Rachel, he turned into like a high-level EMT guy.
Oh,
So I would see him at events in his
So he
whole
would show
Like
up
car crashes.
in his
car
EMT
crashes and
outfit.
yeah.
He was a whiz with the paddles.
did he get
Man,
rid of
he
the
was
stuttering?
No, but when I
That was
would
only
show
the
up with
TV
Jim, he would always run up to Jim and go, "Are you okay, sir?"
Yeah, you're here with Rob. You're cruising.
Heading to Orange County.
Oh man, that's great. Now be very careful driving.
How did it get the name Orange County?
Oh, that's
Orange-
easy. You know,
Oranges.
the Orange Grove. Everybody knows that.
No more orange groves.
Guys, keep your eyes peeled. If you're lucky, get that Orange County peeled. See what I've done there?
Yeah.
Look for the Robert Schuller Incredible Cathedral of Glass Cathedral. And it's still there, but it's different now.
Easy now. That's not funny.
It's
Actually,
turned into a
it's pretty funny.
Starbucks, I think, Rachel.
It could very well be. It was so beautiful, the Glass Cathedral. Rob, did you ever make it for one of the sermons to see Robert Schuller?
No,
you
but
know, he was very
we
popular.
right around the corner. We would test movies all the time down there.
That is incredible. I wonder if you had even tested a movie inside the cathedral where you get Robert Schuller share a message of positivity. That would have been something. I met Bobby. He wore lifts in his shoes like Casey Kasem. I did not know that about Casey Kasem. I would have referenced somebody like De Niro. Okay, let's see.
I was watching clips of Bobby Sherman. When we were little kids, we had his record. We would play it.
Okay.
But I was watching clips, and he seemed to have way too many teeth in his mouth, I think.
Julie.
Yvonne, this is
No,
your show.
listen, Mazzy. You're supposed to go in Seattle.
In
The
Seattle.
bluest skies you've ever seen.
Oh,
Perry Como did a better version. Though.
That's a terrible city song. I'm sorry.
What? That's a great song.
That's a terrible city song.
Do you know what Ross Schaefer? Remember Ross Schaefer? Como 4 Almost Live TV.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to make Louie Louie the national anthem of Washington.
Well, that makes Ivan got the memo that it's Red T-shirt day.
Well, Ivan, I wore this just for you with the red and the white to do Norwegian for you, with even a white dog on there.
Best album this year.
Okay, what do we got, Ivan?
This is the best album this year. It's Pearl Charles. She's a singer-songwriter from California.
Why is her leg stuck up in the air?
Okay, let's look at her.
Let's do a split.
Is
Okay,
it scratch?
open it up. It looks
Is
like
that
a good
Rachel?
Yeah.
Rachel, is that album Scratch and Sniff?
I'm going to see her live in Oslo, the August 6th.
Oh, you don't want to see her dead.
No, she's going to be live.
I don't know.
Nancy, this is for you. A reaction shot.
Okay, I did not know that. I used to love Disneyland.
Wow. I went, but do you know that you were allowed to carry firearms in Disneyland as long as they was pop guns that you bought from Frontier World?
Yeah.
Rob, did you have a favorite world when you went
Suzanne
to
Vega record is good.
apart from
Very
Small
good.
World?
This is a very good.
No, Rachel.
Very good.
Rachel, my dream as a former mascot was to hang out in the lower tunnels where they took their heads off and smoked cigarettes.
Wouldn't that be great? I heard it can be quite disturbing for children when a Minnie Mouse takes her head off and it's a guy.
In the late 70s into the 80s.
Oh my God, they just crashed.
Uh-oh. Rob! There, Jim! Jim! Say hello.
No,
Take the wheel.
Jesus took the wheel, Rachel.
Praise God. What a blessed Sunday for all of us. Mazzy, are you shocked that the show is as good as it is this Sunday morning?
Yes.
It surprised me too. I didn't expect coming in that it would be this hot. Oh, what's going on? Susan Vega.
You remember this album? This is from the first
Yeah.
Hey, Rachel.
Rob.
Rachel.
This is the law.
His name is Yvonne. He lives on the second floor.
That was Lobo.
Luca.
Oh yeah, my name's not Lee.
Rachel,
My
make
name is Luca. Yes, go
Rachel.
ahead, Ivan.
Yeah. This is the one of the best albums. Susanne Vega is back again with a new album, Flying with Angels. And it's a very good album, and it's just released 2-3 weeks ago.
It's a good
So I
record.
recommend to buy this.
I can't buy that. It's too new.
It's too new, but you can buy this. This is old then.
Okay, that one I could buy.
Yeah.
Isn't Luca like the only top 10 song that was written about child abuse?
I don't know. I want to show some more.
What about Jamie's Got a Gun?
Oh,
This one?
or Jeannie Needs a Shooter. That wasn't
Okay,
that
look,
bad.
he's got even more records.
This is brand new. It's the Haim Girls, and it's so good. And
Oh,
there's
it's a
Hold
nice-
on, hold on, we got cleavage. Show more cleavage.
yeah, we show more cleavage.
Three
Wow.
nice Jewish sisters.
Really,
Rachel,
Jewish? I love that.
Rachel, I'm troubled.
Uh-oh. Rob,
I'm troubled that Yvonne's showing so many young girl
okay,
albums.
hold on. Now this is interesting, Rob, because this is what APK had the same trouble, but he ended up being okay.
That's a good album,
Okay, what
Ivan.
do
I
you
got
got?
that. I was
Very
surprised
good
at how
album.
good
This
that
is,
was.
You got that?
Brandy
I bought
Connor-
that.
It's
Yeah,
new.
very
How
good
come
one.
you bought? How can you? It's
Oh,
new.
okay. Now hold on. We got to explain this. This is a Pride Month. We're all celebrating.
Yes.
Ivan, let's talk sexuality. Are these both lesbians? These two individuals here?
Homosexual.
This
lesbian.
is Elton John. He's married with a man, and this
That's
is
called
Brandy.
homosexuality.
Which
Ivan.
one's Elton?
Elton John is there,
Yeah.
Okay.
and Brandy Carla. She's a lesbian. She's married with a
Here's a
woman.
lesbian. You know, I was
They made a very
gonna-
good album. It's a very good album.
Betsy,
It
do
is
you
good.
believe that a lot of our
Hey,
Rob, yeah,
Rachel. We're in Jim's car, which is a Subaru.
you're in a
And
famous
Yeah,
lesbian car.
it's the official
It is
lesbian
an
car.
official lesbian car. Did you know that about Subarus, Harry?
I did.
It's actually there's scientific studies have been done.
They can't get the fish smell out of them.
Whoa.
Rachel,
The other one
being
is
in this
the
car,
BT Cruiser. Look
Rachel?
out for them.
Rachel,
Yes.
being in this car, I have the sudden urge to move to Portland and open a bread.
Open a bookstore.
The bed and breakfast in Portland. Okay, who we got now, Yvonne?
This is the last album I will show. This is Miley Cyrus' last album,
Miley Cyrus.
and she is
She needs a shave.
underrated. I think she's a very good pop.
She's
pop
underage.
Say she's underage.
Underrated.
Oh,
Oh,
Underrated.
sorry, we didn't want to get in trouble with censor.
Yeah, I heard the same thing, Rachel.
Yeah, I was hearing that.
It's a good
There was
album.
a sense. Maybe you and I being old, it was our guilty consciousness going, she's underage. Remember, she's underage. You know, you got to be cautious when we reach a certain age, Maz. It's just safety first. They're talking about putting the cross track on the Colorado state flag. What do you think about a cross track? Is that like got Mr. Spock on it or anything? That would be great, Michael.
Dude,
Uh-oh.
Rachel, what's going on in that hand? there?
All right, let's take a look here.
Minnie Riperton.
Wait
Oh,
a
that's
minute.
Minnie
Like you said that
Riperton.
was going to be the last album you showed.
You couldn't resist. It's Minnie.
I want to have, and then the last album is this
Oh,
one.
okay.
The last album.
Oh,
Hey,
he's running out of
Rachel,
Frankie,
Rachel,
sorry,
hey, Rachel.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
didn't do.
Loving you. It's easy.
This is a special album with all the 12-inch record from Frankie Goes to Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
right
also
now
this-
Rob is going to Hollywood.
Yeah.
Look how they made.
No, I'm
Oh,
not.
wow.
Listen, Harry, I'm going to Orange County.
Relax is such a great 12-inch single.
Yes,
Relax.
Man,
Yes.
now, man,
And the Power of Love. Power
Okay.
of Love.
Hold on. Did you know that it's all about anal plunging? Like it's actually a buggery.
I
record.
remember. I mean,
Hey.
when they came out, when Frankie was out, they were like one of the big gay.
One of the
Band.
first
Oh,
public.
no, not the first.
Hold
in
on.
the 70s,
I'm very
in
surprised.
the late 70s.
I'm very surprised.
Wait, shut up, Rob. Just go drive.
I'm very surprised. All you politically active
Yes.
people are not referencing their song "When Two
Go to
Tribes Go to
War."
War." Come on.
Yeah.
But No, the first one I remember, they out of another British band, Tom Robinson Band, in like 78, 79. The Tom Robinson Band was a gay band.
ERB.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we got more trouble with Dan B. Dan B says Rob in close up is, quote, terrifying. And he's even got a little emoji there showing some sort of terrifying kind of response.
B-52s also.
B-52s. Ivan, you've got your Rob. Look what Ivan's got. You're driving. You can't see, but he's got his little ice cream bar thing that he likes.
Ah, that's a different one.
No, it's the same. It's the same, Rob.
It's just because it's in that Norwegian language,
It
Rob.
looks like an asshole of a cat.
It calls diplom-is. Solis.
Wow.
Take your time with that, Ivan. There it is. Here
Yeah.
comes
Hey, and Rachel.
Yes,
Rachel,
Rob.
Yvonne's doing that for Dan B.
Oh,
He
Dan
likes
B.
watching people suck on
You know,
ice cream.
it's like Dan B, but I like putting them together so it's like just Dan B because it's so friendly sounding. Look at Dan B. Holy smokes, I'm so glad we got Harry in, Rob, Mazzy, Ivan on red shirt day. This is the red and white is
I'm not wearing.
yeah,
I'm
but
wearing red underwear.
You're going to Orange County, right? If you had been going to Redwood, it would have been a whole different reality for you.
Rachel, I'm not a red. Red's not my signature.
I'm just
Okay.
glad that Rob trimmed his nose hairs.
Wow. Okay, he did actually. That looks good. Look at the guy's an educator. You don't want to be
Rachel.
lecturing and the kids
Oh,
are looking
man.
at your hair now.
Listen, Harry. As a fur-bearing
Yes.
mammal, very conscientious about trimming the hair that needs to be trimmed.
You know, as you get older, you get hair in your ears. It drives me crazy.
Okay, I got to go back to Massey here. So Massey, obviously there were abandonment issues for me. You went over to see the big channel. You knew right away that you were trying to worm your way into the Steve Westman world and get a hold of this Andrew from Parlogram Auctions.
What are you
so that
talking
you
about?
could go, I'm a big channel too. I want to hang out. What the fuck did you learn there that you wouldn't have learned here? Go ahead. I'm very curious to see what they brought.
I don't think I learned anything. I just
That's
wanted to.
my point. Thank you, Massey. Great answer. That's
the
right.
shortest answer
No,
Massey's ever
okay.
made.
Let me say that. Wait, let me answer
Okay,
the
go
fucking
ahead.
question, Rachel.
Go ahead.
No,
He
I
just did.
I didn't learn anything, but I've seen Andrew, and I like his videos are great.
Yeah.
They're well scripted, well written, well researched.
Yes.
I just wanted to see a side of him that isn't scripted. It's just a conversation with someone. I've never seen that before. Have you?
Yes, because he's been in the EMI.
It was a good interview. I liked it.
Yeah. Anyway, I liked it.
So, and we all know he's like from Cambridge. He went to his little Cambridge Beatles store there.
He
to
lives
get
in
a
what,
little
Germany or
Beatles.
Switzerland now?
He's in Switzerland.
Yeah.
I think he's in Switzerland.
And I always thought he was in a big studio. He's like in his attic.
No, he's not in a big. Nobody's in a big.
No, he's just got a nicely decorated thing, and he's got one of them. You know who I love is our guy from Nanaimo, your hairdresser, Edwin. Edwin, pretty green vinyl guy. He was the first guy in the VC to have a Michael 45 type high-end camera because he's a good photographer.
Yeah.
And the color and the presentation, Pretty Green Vinyl Guy. It's a great channel. If you're not subscribed, Pretty Green Vinyl Guy. Is he doing videos lately? I don't know what he's up to. Anybody? Pretty Green Vinyl Guy? Anyone? I got nothing here. What am I working with? Yeah.
Rachel, I think the only person who can answer that question is Parlogram Auction.
Parlogram Auctions, the only guy. Rob, did you think it was a misstep for Massey to step out to try and get some sort of focus on himself in the Parlogram? Because that's all I can see it happening. That's the motivation I see.
In the what? In the what?
You, listen, I know you,
Rachel, I can honestly say, Rachel, my go-to opinion on Mazzy is it's always a mistake for him.
It's a mistake for you to step out, Maz. Don't be hurt by that. Like, I know you so well, you're hurt.
You know I'm not hurt about this. You know I'm not hurt about this shit.
Okay, well, I worry about you.
I don't care. You know, I don't really care about it.
Okay, the big question is finally answered. We know.
Hey, Rachel, I'm hoping that when I go to the Orange County show, someone comes up to me and goes, you're part of Mazzy's
Yeah, that
entourage."
happens. This is what happens. It's ruining your brand, Rob. You're a star in your own right.
Well, I felt not wearing a red shirt today might help.
Yeah, it's creating that separation. That's the branding. Now,
You know, it's funny. Rachel brings us in here. I feel like I'm a part of a cult now today. You know,
it just happens. It's serendipity.
up with Jesus, everybody.
I love that. That's a beautiful song.
Nicely
You've done it good.
Well done.
Okay, Tiny Bubbles. I love Tiny Bubbles. Don Ho. We know about the Beatles versus Four Seasons. This is the counter album that came out after from a rival label. The Beatles versus Don Ho. Each delivering their greatest vocal punches.
This is actually the.
Oh my God.
This is just a weird record. It's just another bootleg with a different cover.
think?
All they do is keep
You think it's a
reissuing them.
bootleg?
It is a bootleg.
But this was cool. I picked this up at the what's that Japanese store, Rob?
Japanese.
Boogie Monroe.
Boogie Monroe. This was very
Boogie
cool. This is a
Monroe.
record album and a book.
Okay.
And it's just like interviews and stuff of the Beatles when
Yeah.
they were in Tokyo.
Hey, Rachel,
Oh,
look.
hold on. Let's go. Let's take a look here.
That's downtown
Holy
LA.
smokes.
Is
I
it burning?
know.
Is it burning? Is it
Huh?
on fire?
No, they
No,
lost their compound.
it's very downtown.
It's
I
just
want you to know that it took me 90 minutes to go 31 miles.
Yeah, it's that's LA. I mean, it's
Well, they're famous
Yeah.
for that. And they've got like 10-lane traffic things going into LA.
Well, look right now. It's Sunday morning. There's no traffic.
what are you on the what road are you on?
5.
Okay.
I love that.
Are
Rob.
you
That's
you're
like the-
but you're
the
south,
Japanese
you're on 5
movies.
south of, you're on
Yeah, you just
south
take
of
the number 5 off. and
you're
just-
south of LAX, right?
No, we're
Way east of
we're
LA.
east
Well,
of
that
LAX is off
Right.
of 405, isn't
But
it?
aren't you also Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I know that, but aren't you you're south.
The
We're in
Californians.
downtown. We're in downtown LA, where the 5, the 101, the 110, the 10, the 90, they all meet.
Which one goes into the San Diego freeway? Is that 101?
110?
No, there we are. The South 5.
Okay.
The 5 is the
Main artery.
main artery
Yeah.
throughout
Right.
California.
Yeah, I know that.
Does it take you all the way to Palio?
Rob, I found the record when you was young. From you when you was young.
Holy shit, look at that. That is
Yeah,
pretty.
but when we were kids, the 5 wasn't built yet. That was built in like the 70s.
Yeah, Mazzy.
It was 101.
That's when dinosaurs were walking around, right?
No, when we first started going to LA, my parents would go to LA.
We're gonna sing together, okay? Tiny bubble. Make me happy. Eat your hot lunch. Make me feel fine.
Somebody does the national
Tiny bubble.
how big.
Make me warm all over.
When's Chad gonna do a UAP Don Ho box?
I think they should be there.
Till the end of
Here come the bubbles, everyone.
So here's
The bubbles.
to the gold.
Wow, now that's a great.
Rachel.
Here's to the silver sea.
Okay, wait.
Hey, Rachel.
Go ahead.
Rachel.
Yeah,
Can
Rob.
I do my imitation of a scripted TV show
Yes.
from the late 60s, early 70s, when Don Ho did like a cameo on it?
Yes.
Okay, here it is.
Okay, here we
Hey,
go.
it's Don Ho.
Fantastic.
Hey,
was
it's Don Ho.
It's Don Ho. Oh, you got a Don Ho type glass. Look at that. He's got his Don Ho. Ivan's doing it.
Skål.
Rachel, is that cough syrup in that glass?
What are you drinking, Ivan?
Oh,
Oh, it's some Coca-Cola mix. Okay, Don Ho's biggest hit was the big VC laugh in 2011 with Derek Vaughn. What's the guy's name? Derek Vaughn, our guy.
Hey, Rob,
Yes.
have you heard any reviews on this Apple movie F1 with Brad Pitt?
Yeah, my that's from my friend. He did worked on it.
Well, have you
But
heard?
people said, like, if you want to feel what it's like to ride in one of those cars, that's what you go for. That's why people are liking it. All the scenes that were shot inside the cars and the racing.
I've heard it's quite
It's
good.
going to be the number one. It's the number one movie of the weekend.
I've heard it's quite good. It's just a straight up action movie. It's an escapist bit of fun.
Right.
Marty, are we going to get you up here before you do your own show later this morning at 10 o'clock Pacific? So we can advertise your show, Marty? Come on up in a bit. Come up anytime you want, for the love of God. Harry, excited about the cast we got here. Look what's happening. Yvonne's already run out and bought a poster for the show.
This is the movie, F1.
Yeah, but no, hold on. It's a poster of the movie. It's not the actual
Actually,
movie, Yvonne.
You know, Rachel, that movie was supposed to come out last year.
What happened, Rob?
Because of the strikes in the schedule of F1, like the season, they had to delay it.
Peter
Ivan, are you still doing spinning records at the movie theater?
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool gig you got there.
Yeah. Because
Tell us, how does that work? I mean, what do? You're just playing music as the people filter in?
Yeah, in the beginning, before the show started, maybe one hour before the show, I'm sitting in the foyer and playing music before people getting in. And they drink.
Are you doing this just so you get to see the movie for free?
2017.
I do
He's
it.
not even showing up for me, which
Oh, okay.
I
means
do it because I like it. It's fun. Usually, Harry, I do it only when it's movies about music.
And so then you play records that are related to the film?
You know, Dan B and Easy, now there can be more than one race car movie. There's been a bunch. There's been Grand Prix. There's been a lot
Ford
of
versus Ferrari.
Yeah. There's been a lot of race car movies.
I think this movie,
Herbie the Love Bug. Remember that one?
Yeah.
What number was he, Rob? What number was Herbie?
Or Dagon.
this movie.
I think it was 53, wasn't it?
What?
It's an Apple movie, so it will come on Apple.
Yeah,
TV.
I know. They modified iPhones and stuck them in high res, different. I mean, yeah.
So it will come on Apple TV very soon.
Yeah, but that's the kind of movie, you know, in IMAX, that would be better to see it in IMAX.
Do you know what's so crazy? I bought the movie Bullet because it's a classic movie and everybody talks about the car chase.
Right.
But when you look at that car chase with hindsight and the hype away from it, you know, you've got time to look at it. They use the same footage over and over.
Yeah.
And
Well, no, they don't. But they
Sort of.
cut
The
around, you know, they cut
Volkswagens in a
around
lot
San
of scenes.
Francisco. You turn a corner and you're on the other side of the city. That's just the way it is. But
there's one scene where a tire comes off the car and they
Steve McQueen
Not
was
the tire,
driving
the
most of the stuff he was driving himself. Not all of it.
Okay, we got to.
And when the Charger hits the gas station, it blows up before the car gets there.
Yeah,
well timing's everything.
I mean, come on.
Okay, we got our Jim Beam. That's an advertisement. I don't want Brother Brian watching this. I hope he's still in the shower.
Did you get there early?
Kentucky bourbon.
It's never open. I have it in 10 years. Maybe I should open it.
Oh, wow. No, don't open it. That's 10-year-old age. How old was it when you first got it? That stuff will last forever.
I will open it if it's a good celebration or something.
Yeah, when you get married again.
Yeah, oh, maybe.
Yeah. That's a
French Connection had a good car chase too.
French Connection.
And What's Up, Doc? Also in San Francisco.
What's
Bullet.
up?
Bullet, the old movie is good.
What I like
Hey,
about
Rob, can you do a car chase scene for us right now?
Hold on. There it is.
Oh.
You know.
Whoa, look at that.
Hey, Rob, take a detour into the aqueducts, you know, where you go into those big concrete things with every movie.
It's called the LA River, Rachel.
Get into the LA River, buddy. It'll be dry right now. You can drive right through it.
We just passed it.
Timing
Hey,
is.
hey, Rob, have you tried splitting lanes yet with the car?
No, we're in the lesbian mobile. We can't do that.
They can only go a certain
Yeah.
speed.
The Italian job had a good. You're right. Both Italian jobs. Also, Ronin. Ronin had a great Audi car chase.
How come you're not driving the Bolt?
He's going to our Orange County Record Fair, Fluffy. Get into Orange County, Fluffy. They're going to a record show at the Orange County Record Fair. Okay, even it looks good. You got F1 behind you.
Right,
Oh,
Rachel?
Yeah.
There's no fairs here. It's a show.
Sorry. Okay,
no
sir.
fair show.
No fair show. 8th grade, not grade 8. 8th grade, not grade 8.
It's the 8th grade,
high.
not grade 8. Rachel, you know what you use grade 8 for?
What do you use
eggs
for?
You use it for eggs. Yes, eggs.
Holy smokes. Ladies and gentlemen, eggs are good, especially if you can get grade A ones.
Yeah.
Hey, Marty.
Direct from
good morning.
Oregon, the great state of Oregon. We got Marty in Oregon. Marty, welcome to the TV show.
Marty got the memo. Marty
I got the memo.
The memo.
I did get the memo.
We got the memo. We're wearing red. Let's put you right down in the middle. And no, let's give you top billing. I'm going to be here. We'll have a nice tea of red. A tea of red. Rob and Harry, do you guys feel a little minimized because you're not in exciting red today?
I don't look good in red.
No. What, Rachel?
Really?
Marty looks like he's here to sell grade 8 eggs.
He's wearing his
For
big
sure.
boys. I love those dungarees that you got that with the little flap and stuff. Usually I see a guy where he's got like ciggies in there, cigarettes. You smoker at all, Marty?
Not anymore. I never cigarettes,
cool
but
when you did.
I like the devil's
My
lettuce back in
overalls
the
have
day.
an opening in the back.
Marty, are you a pothead?
I used to be, not anymore.
Yeah.
Hey,
Disappointed?
Rob, Fluffy wants you to get the Fenner
He was
album.
on pot when he was on Rumspringer.
That's right.
Holy smokes. Rob's car should be called the Sazmobile. This is from Loki Teal.
Is that from Dan? Rachel, is that from Dan B? I can't see.
Loki, I'm trying to expand your heart and open it to a greater humanity. I think this is what Marty would want of you. Marty, what are your feelings about a world in hurt? Like Loki's all hurt. I had Fred Dobbs here. Fred goes, calm down, Loki. No need for all that drama. It wasn't here before you brought it up. Like Dobbsy, look, you know my philosophy. There's no such thing as a bad boy, okay?
No.
Dobbsy is a young boy. He's had his own life.
No, Rachel.
Yes, Rob, go right
But
ahead.
there's such thing as a racist piece of garbage, though.
Racist piece of garbage. What the hell how are we going to have world peace if we're calling our friends, quote friends, and I know Harry supports this, our friends like Dobbsy have a bad name like that? Now, Rob,
Come on, Rachel. You know, Rachel, when you paint, look at those. When you paint lines on the freeway, you have no fears. Look at those lines.
I see the lines.
They're so
There is-
straight, they
Surprised
go
there's
out
any
forever.
white lines on anywhere in LA.
Fluffy, this is what I was afraid of. Marty, can you curtail this young boy? Look
Go
at
for
them.
it. Go for it, Fluffy. It's
Oh,
fantastic.
for the love of God. Who do you think you are, George Harrison? Oh, I just watched that clip today. George Harrison on, who was the guy? He was so annoying, but we all loved him. Dick Cavett. He was on Dick Cavett's show. And George he's saying, don't you feel bad that maybe you guys, he framed it better than this, but that you influenced the world with your LSD? And he goes, listen, man. He said, Paul was the one. We did it. Me and John did it. Paul did it a couple of years later. And he goes, the press asked the question. Paul said, I'll answer if you ask, because I'm not going to lie to you. But it's going to be on your head. Don't ask the question if you don't want me.
Rachel, can I do my Dick Cavett impersonation?
All right. I'd love to hear your Dick Cavett, Rob. Here we go.
That reminds me of when me and Groucho were having lunch the other day.
Yes. He was Cassie, did you learn a lot of how you approach interviews and your interaction with individuals on the Cavett method? It's called the Dick Cavett method, where there's a self-reference point. where you go, you know, it was funny, but Tony Fields and I went shopping, and we're down at Kresge's, and you won't believe the amount of foot salve.
I always liked
With
Dick Cavett's laid back pseudo
Hey,
intellectual
Rachel, look,
style.
there's a statue of Fred Dobbs.
Fred Dobbs statue, what? What the hell? There's the American flag. Uh-oh, what the fuck is that?
I think it's Fred Dobbs.
Oh, it's not Dobbs. Why is all the hate? Marty, can you speak a reconciliatory word? Like, you are known as one of the most controversial figures. Obviously, you've had a number of frayed relationships in the vinyl community. I, for one, I can't believe you're still here. And I applaud you for being here. I applaud you for forging ahead against such adversity. But you've learned about world peace and getting along with people that may not be your biggest fan. How about Rob? A few words about Dobbsy. Go ahead.
I wish I knew more about this. Well, this Dobbsy guy, but
No,
Rob's
you
a friend.
don't, Marty.
Okay, I
Not.
don't.
All right.
But
You're
Rob's a
better
friend
off.
to everybody, so I don't know how
better off,
anybody could not
Marty.
like Rob. Okay.
I think what Rob is trying to say is he's willing to bury the hatchet and move on for a better future
But he
for all
wants to
of
bury the hatchet in his back.
Rachel, the only hatchet I bury is in some back of someone's head.
Okay, Rob, there may be something to some element of truth in the story that you've just provided about the Dobbsy sighting. From Fred himself, I hang out on the top of buildings on the weekends sometimes. Big deal. Big deal. So he's not saying no to these claims that you've put out there. He's not saying no. Okay, Marty, you're our West Coast fan here. This is from Chuck T for you, Marty.
Chuck's talking about the Orioles. Yeah, I'm all over on the West Coast.
Okay, so
But,
okay, do you like the Baltimore Orioles?
I do. They're my
That's
team.
Rob's team.
Yes.
They were my team growing up. I switched teams, Rachel.
What? You switched teams? You
They
didn't
had
know
good
this
looking
team?
hats. I
Oh,
love that.
I-
Oriole hat.
Holy
They
smoke.
had, listen, the
Yeah.
Orioles have garbage ownership still to this day.
No, Rob, they got the new owner. He's fantastic. It's
Really?
not Peter Angelo. Yeah, it's not Peter Angelos anymore.
I thought that the family still owned it. The son.
No. In fact, Cal is a part owner now.
Oh, really?
But the major owner is the guy's name is David Rubenstein. So
Harry, go get something.
yeah, he's
red
good.
on quickly.
He's good.
Okay. Harry's going to go do a quick costume change to brighten up the show. So
I think he's gonna go light up one of those joints.
well, that could be true as well. What the hell? Hanging out on top of buildings is what makes my skin so dark that Massey thinks I'm black. This is from Fred. Massey, response?
No.
But, Rachel,
Yeah.
didn't you put together graphics for the racial moment of the show?
I love this. Loki goes, I guess giving racist wrenches is on brand with Rachel's new white supremacist politics. Listen, we're surrounded by Jews here, okay? We are pro-Jew on this program. No more evidence. We got Jim in the passenger seat. We got Rob here proudly representing the people of God, Moses leading them out, the land of Egypt, out of bondage into liberty. Praise God.
Hey,
And
Rachel,
Yeah.
what size white the
Take your time.
KKK cap does Fred wear?
Fred, how big is your KKK hood?
Hood, yes, hood.
Yeah, they're technically, I believe they're hoods.
Thank you.
Harry,
There
look,
we go.
Fantastic. Absolutely. Michael Nesmith, Nashville. That's his Nashville band shirt, the Nashville label.
Did
The
Harry
new
take the
Nashville
opportunity
band.
to change his underpants too?
Harry, do you have matching red undies, super undies, or whatever we call it, underoos?
Not anymore. They used to be red.
Holy
Hey,
shit.
Rachel, medieval times.
That's very
Medieval
fun.
times, everyone, where you can go and they will have wenches serve you a
That's
beer
very
and
smart.
meat.
Rob,
Rachel, there's
Rob,
nothing
surely you joist.
Look at this. Look at the big guitar head.
Oh, that's nice.
That's that chain owned by Kiss.
Is
Oh,
it like Guitar
nice.
Center or something?
No, it's a restaurant chain.
Holy
There's
cow.
Knott's Berry Farm, see?
Oh, okay. Well, you were up in the air. There's just a skyscraper.
There.
No,
I
that's
used to go to-
Rob, are you
Knott's
going
Berry
to stop
Farm.
at
Look,
Jim's favorite restaurant?
Knott's Berry Farm right there.
Wow.
I used to go there as a kid a lot, Knott's Berry Farm. the
Okay,
old-
this is really good. We're learning something about Dovesy. Do you want to learn something? Dovesy goes, hold on, what's he go? He goes, I'm Mexican, quote, you moron. He's
Yes.
Mexican.
Yes.
I didn't know that, Fred,
Hey,
that you were
Can
Mexican.
someone
Hey, Rob,
smuggle
call ICE.
Rachel's
Call
here
ICE.
illegally?
Don't hurt him. He's
So I guess then
Rachel,
if
can
that's
you
the,
call Rachel? Can you call ICE on Dobbs?
yeah,
Oh,
ICE hasn't made it.
guys.
That's the only house that ICE needs to raid in America.
What?
Yes.
What the hell, guys? That's Dopsy. Like, how can we bring people into healing and
Take them, lock them up. It doesn't matter. You know, the thing is, we know now you don't have to be illegal for them to pick you out of your house and
Indeed.
get rid of you. So,
What?
Yes.
That is very hurtful.
well, they just smashed a
Baby.
family's house yesterday in California, and it was all legals.
Well, what did they do? Then sue them for it. Obviously, don't we have any recourse in this country of ours?
Well, we used to,
Well,
Hey,
we
Rachel, there's a sign there for everyone.
but they ignore the judges and they ignore the courts. They ignore
Well,
them.
no, they obey the Supreme Court. Massive big victory there for our side the other day, by the way. Okay, what are we looking
Rob,
at?
are you walking?
Go get your shingles shot, everyone. Come on.
Would you guys like a blue shirt day? Because we could probably arrange it.
Yeah. This red thing
Well,
is.
I'm already prepared.
Well, I did it just for Yvonne. This is red and white. I told Yvonne I'd be doing it. I bought these because I'm elderly, Harry. I don't know. You're very elderly too. But I find as I get older, I get a little more chilled. And so I like putting on a shirt and then you put this on top. And it just, I don't know. It just keeps you warm. Keeps everything going. And
We
plus,
have,
I'm not eating
we
that
have
much.
heaters in our house.
Yeah, we got that too, Harry. But what I'm trying to tell you is I'm exercising and I'm losing the weight. And because of that, I think, you get a little, because you're burning calories and stuff.
Yeah, you lose the body fat, and then
And you get a little chill, right? Because I was all covered in blubber. I was like some sort of whale. And
blubber.
the blubber kept me warm. Son of blubber.
Did you save it and use it for an oil lamp?
Why don't we park and you go take a leak?
Okay.
All right,
I would have
Rachel,
thought,
Why don't you just take a
Right here,
leak in
Rachel,
an
I
empty
have to
Coke
go.
bottle?
I have
oh, Rob, he's stuck like an open mouth Rob.
Yeah.
Okay, he's okay now. He's getting better. Uh-oh. He's stuck like.
You can take a leak in a bottle in the car.
Yeah.
All right. Everyone have a
How
beautiful
do you think
day.
I got to San Francisco in 14 hours?
Yes.
Did you do a 14-hour drive? I heard you could go from like Vancouver to LA in 16 hours. You can do it like
No. I drove from Puyallup to Danville, California, straight through 14 hours.
Wow.
But Danville's still like a 45-minute hour drive out of the city.
Yeah.
We should form a vinyl community and call me crazy if you will. Hey, we lost Rob. Rob's gone. Oh,
But I
but
thought
now
he'd
we're
never
all
leave.
red matching. Wouldn't it be great if we
This
formed
is such a
vinyl-
culty thing today.
Hold on.
Yeah.
What if we decided to create a vinyl community baseball team? Wouldn't that be incredible?
That'd be great.
Or we
should
need
create a
what's the name?
bowling
We need
team.
berets, and we need berets. And what's the
Oh, the Angels. We'd be
the
the
Guardian
New York-
Angels?
The Guardian Angels in New York.
Yeah.
Marty, did you have any aspirations growing up in a little farm community like your dad of going into Big Apple and becoming like a Guardian Angel and being in the big city and whatnot?
Oh, we got roughneck rednecks here, so there's plenty of crime fighting to do in my little community.
Oh, I love that crime fighting. You know what I would recommend, because it is kind of more agrarian, as they say, or rural, is I'd go with a baseball bat. Speaking of baseball team, nothing threatens like a baseball bat. Harry, ever have to plug a guy with a baseball bat? Be honest.
You put nails in it too.
Right.
Oh my God, that'll kill a guy. If you put that into a guy's scalp, you will kill that guy. You be very careful doing that. Ivan, a violent history for you, like Marty?
I will show you some violent history very soon, but I have a question to Harry and Massey.
Yes.
Will you review this new Bruce Springsteen box? You have got it, both of you?
Yep, my video pops up after this show.
No,
Okay.
there you go.
Nah,
So then I don't need to make.
everybody's going to do it. I don't need to do it.
No, I
Hold on. Don't be like that. Every creator, every YouTuber, every vinyl community member that makes videos, you have your own distinct, unique voice. Massey's may be a better voice, but you can still go out there and try and show a record.
I tell you, the one I like is
Right,
Todd.
but you can
Todd's
do.
been doing some good videos on the Bruce Springsteen box.
Yeah, I linked Todd because he's going to do one on each album. I'm not doing
Yeah.
that.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I will get it.
He'll
in
take
May
deeper
tomorrow.
dives.
I get it.
Mine's
Now
just-
you know it's being back ordered already. It's going to sell
I
out.
know,
All
it's
these
sold out.
people that
It's sold out.
all these people that said, "Oh, I'll wait. The price is going to drop." No.
You know, I bought mine from Amazon. Okay. On Amazon, it was $327 for the box. But then I didn't even know it. It went down to $299 and I got $30 credit
Nice.
yesterday. And then I had $30 credit anyway, which is my money, but on Amazon, so $270. So,
Horrible.
you know, it comes out after the book and everything. It's about $28 a record, which
I hear the book is pretty
That's
nice. I
average.
haven't
Book's
seen
great.
it yet.
oh, well, you want to see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's amazing is that he had these really good albums and he sat on them for 30 years.
Well, it's funny because, yeah, I read the book already, and I didn't review it, or I'm not really reviewing it, but I talk about each album as if I didn't know when they came out. I want just to enjoy the music as is, because I think in his mind, apparently, according to what I've read, he might have made a record and it was too close to another record he's making the same time. Or I think in the Philadelphia, it was about romance and breakups, and he already did 3 records about romance, so he didn't want to do one. So there are reasons like that. But if you take the music out of that, just enjoy it for what it is. Like the 3 record, it's funny. I kept thinking, I know it's a cliche for me, but for 2 out of the 3 records, I kept thinking of Ry Cooder and his soundtracks. And sure enough, when I read the book, he was influenced by Ry Cooder's The Border soundtrack, the Jack Nicholson movie, and that song On the Borderline, On the Border, that him and John Hyatt wrote. So he was influenced by that. But it's a really nice, there's like little inserts of things too, like little photographs and little insert things that are going to fall out now. There's an essay on each album, and there's little inserts like matchbooks, and I mean
That's a nice touch.
you start seeing where the money goes on these things. People complain about, well, how come Kiss can do a box set and it costs half the price? But I mean, first of all, Bruce doesn't. There we go. That's a little religious icon thing.
Wow.
I'm telling you, he's getting very religious. And
Well, he does these things of, there's actually this whole album about, in fact, my favorite album of the set is Inyo. And it's about Mexican migration, immigration, the border type stuff. It's very topical, obviously, today.
now, would that be the Devils and
I
Dust
think it's
era?
around that time. I'm kind of now forgetting what the time period is. But each one has beautiful artwork and design all on its own. They're all gatefolds. Some of them have books inside. So there's a lot going on here. I mean,
And the one from Western Stars is
why
the
do
one I
people-
want to hear
Chuck-
most.
if you think it's boring, you don't have to buy it. But I'd say 4 of the albums are excellent out of the 7. The other ones are really good.
I have highlight some of the songs from the different albums.
The thing is, if people complain about the price, you can listen to most of it free on YouTube. You can, if you have streaming, you can listen to it all for free on your streaming
Walker,
service.
settle the hell down. You are not going to be force-fed Springsteen. Again, this is the kind of thing that hurts Massey, and I don't want Massey to
Well,
Well,
hurt me. It doesn't
if
hurt me.
Bruce was from Manchester, he'd be all over it.
Yeah,
just
his
play- he
first
just-
was from Manchester.
He just played in Manchester.
I don't know why people poop on other people's like if they like something.
Well,
If you want the attention.
I'm guilty of it too, Rachel,
Left,
because
you
I
know.
always dump on Supertramp, so I'm guilty too.
Oh, Supertramp is my very good group.
Yeah,
I
they're
have-
horrible.
I like Supertramp. too.
It's logical.
Yeah.
Logical, good. And you know what I love about that is, it's just it's when they isn't it about but isn't it about the establishment? When you were young, they taught you to be sensible, logical,
It's
and
a very good song.
right back. It's a kickback against all that. I kind of like that. It's a spirit of rebellion.
I think the last great Springsteen album was Western Stars. That's an
Western
incredible record.
Stars. That's the one with the horsey on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one that's like kind of the Jimmy Webb, Glenn Campbell, American.
Western
music.
Stars is a great album.
It's a great
I mean,
record. It
I'm
is.
agree. Yeah.
And the
Can I
subsequent
show a
one.
few records that I got in when I was down there that were gifted to me? VCLT.
Do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe I showed some VCLT earlier in the show from Pico.
Okay, these were gifted to me by Chris Vinyl Piper.
Hey, Piper, we love him. Oh, Led Zeppelin bootleg, lucky boy.
And I mean it's on black vinyl. It's a 2 LP set.
Nice.
Nice.
What year is it bootleg? Is it a collective or is
And
it
the thing is, everything he gave me is a Seattle-based show. This is 73 live in Seattle because Chris is from
my
here.
sister was at that show. My
That's the
Chris
one.
lives-
That's the
mom
one
lives
out at
like
the
10
beach.
minutes
That's
from
the
here.
one out at the lake, right?
my
Yeah,
sister
now
was
this one,
at that show.
this is fantastic quality. This is the 3 songs that he did from Animals. And Chris actually made this record.
Oh, so he's
This is fantastic.
wait, has Chris got his own
No, I'm not going to say anymore.
okay, say no
And
more.
then he gave me a Supertramp bootleg live in Seattle, 1977.
See, that's what
Paramount.
you need. Beautiful.
And this one blew my mind here. This is not Seattle, but and it's on
Isn't that nice?
multicolor vinyl.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's a splatter vinyl. They call that a splatter.
Yeah. So if Chris, if you're watching, thank you very much again. You were too kind.
Okay, I got something for you here, Harry. Sorry, this is Fluffy. He mentioned this to us in the Patreon. He was very sincere about it. He really did want to meet you.
Yeah.
Excited. And I'm
We got to meet Delphina for the first time.
Oh, Delphina's lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, look at this. Loki Teal with a huge compliment for beloved Marty. Marty, you did the best interview showcase with too many records I've ever seen. There's been nothing like that in living memory. So you had occasion to meet the Too Many Record guy?
Yeah, Matt Kessler. He's just an hour north of me here, so he's been a friend for a bit.
So you're
and,
competing with Tokyo Brian, who also
No. In fact,
Hold on, Massey.
I talked to
You made
I
two.
talked
Marty
to,
is the Dick Cavett of the Northwest.
Right.
that is a high compliment. I absolutely love Dick Cavett.
You do
I
really
love
good
Dick
interview
Cavett.
shows.
Thank you.
Yeah, he
The lovely Delphina, who I just love so much, is in here, and she goes, I met Harry. Yes. Do you know what, Delphina? You're so right about that. Harry is this guy. Just don't mention Trump around him, and you're going to be so happy. And you guys will get along like wildfire. Mention Trump, salute the flag, do something like that. Harry could go ballistic. Don't do it. Okay.
right.
Fluffy, again with rejection fears. We've seen what it did. It tore the heart out of poor Johnny L. I love you, Johnny, wherever you are.
It's okay, Fluffy. She doesn't want to meet me either. She was too busy when I came to LA.
Whoa, where is all these hurt feelings?
I'm kidding. She was working like, when you get a gig, when you're a freelancer, you take the gig and you're busy,
I'm going to go to Ivan for this next question.
I'll meet her someday. when I come
Okay,
down.
well, hold on. He's got another girl. Okay, what now, Ivan? What's going on?
This
Is that
is
Maria Callas? Is that Maria Callas?
this is the movie poster from Angela Jolie's movie.
Oh, how was that movie?
Very good, very good.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I recommend it. Very nice. It's
Did you
over.
do the framing yourself, or do you keep your local framing shop in business?
No, I do it myself. I
Wow,
buy
you
it
do good
frame.
work.
Yeah, so
Looks great.
it's very nice quality, this one. So
Is that like UV glass or?
no, not the glass is normal, but I like the frame, and this is tree, you know.
You know, on artwork, if it's valuable artwork,
Good.
don't
We
use
call it
glass,
wood.
use UV plex. Don't
Ivan,
use-
I love you so much, but we don't say we put a tree on it. We say it's a wood frame.
Yeah, wood frame.
Yeah, wood frame. Now, Ivan, I'm going to you for this next question. Why are the vinyl community so overly, and I'm going to use this word, overly sensitive? Can you give me some advice then? Tell the children why they should be loving and keep moving on in love.
I think people should not take them so serious. We only live one life here at the earth, and we should be happy. We should enjoy yourself. We talk to people, smiling more. And when you're angry, you can do it when you go to sleep in your own living room. So be happy and be nice with people.
Yes. Okay. I love that. Marty, do you
Good
feel your
advice.
conscience tweaked a bit when you hear Ivan use those words of being nice? Do you think that there's a room for improvement? Are you on the wrong? Have you been going down the wrong track?
Yeah, I'm always trying to course correct for sure.
Course correcting. Massey, do you think what Marty has learned this lesson from Ivan? Are you course correcting Massey in any way? Are you seeing an improved Massey for 2026 coming up? A new year is going to be before us.
Should I be honest?
Yeah, well, always Massey.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay. Not so much for that. Fluffy goes, I'm not sensitive, Rachel, for fuck's sake. Whoa, Fluffy, settle. Fluffy, I'm just.
I think I'm gonna see Marty in a few weeks. I think he's coming up here in a few weeks.
Yeah.
We're gonna figure out a weekend.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'm excited.
Rachel, some people say,
Weekend with Marty.
Hey, look at that, Harry. I love it.
Rachel, some people say that I'm stealing this poster, but they give the woman who owns the cinema, she gave me the poster, and I'm a local DJ at the different movies. So I got those.
I guess Mazzy and Ivan didn't get the memo.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
About what?
We got our hats on, our Valley AGs. Come on, man.
I have a hat on.
Yeah, but is it the right hat? Okay.
What hat? I don't have that hat. What is
This is
hat?
Marty's company.
This is
his
Marty's
trucking
company.
I don't have a Marty hat.
Yeah, you do.
I don't have a Marty. I need a
Yeah.
Marty hat. I need a Marty hat. You should
Hey,
send me.
Marty,
That's right. You gave you. I don't know where it is.
It's all good.
Marty, are we allowed to share tales
Sorry
of
about that.
possible meetup?
It's in my house. Where is it?
Sure. Yeah.
Marty is going to have a chance to meet Massey. I'm hearing sometime.
We've
in
met.
July.
We've met.
Yeah,
No,
we've met.
but for another meetup. Marty, could you do me a personal favor and see if you can get one of the company caps over to Massey?
He did give me one. I can't remember where I
Well,
put
what
it.
the fuck, Massey? Here you are going, wait, I got a hat.
I don't.
Where's your Valley HE
It's a
hat?
bright orange one, Mazzy. I don't expect you to ever wear it again.
I expect you to wear that.
I have a bright orange Giants hat too. So
I
I
want
would-
the red one. I want the red one.
okay.
I'll send you
Okay.
one, Ivan.
What does the AG stand for?
It stands for agronomics.
Okay, I was close. I went agriculture.
Yeah, same thing.
Because I'm thinking of, Texas A&M, agriculture manufacturing. Fluffy is as mad as Johnny L. And Matthew Petty knows the thing about the vinyl community. Fluffy, settle down. I do not want to see another Johnny L. Remember Massey Johnny L., how great he was?
Have you done a tribute show to Johnny L yet?
I want to do one, but nobody does a tribute show like you. I was thinking maybe you could get...
What happened to Johnny?
Oh, fuck, what didn't happen to Johnny? Johnny thought that he wasn't loved anymore. And he went into...
Oh, that's just because Renee took over for his spot.
Well, I think there's some truth in that. Renee was starting to get, he was a growing concern. Fluffy goes, it's not true. It's not true. Fluffy, get the hell up here, Fluffy. How come we don't have Fluffy up here? We need Fluffy up here. Oh, you know what's wild? When you look at Harry's room and Ivan's room, when you two kids are on the bottom, the brown and the black and the brown and the black, it looks like one massive. You're in one massive area. Are you seeing what I'm seeing, Marty? Do you see this?
I see it. Yeah.
Of rooming?
Yeah. I see
It's
it.
like you guys are roomies. Look at that. Hands across the water.
We have
Hands
friends. We have
I
friends.
love that song. I love that song.
Deal, isn't that a great song? Isn't it a feel-good
Do
song?
you know how many times Paul did a song where he just took bits of other songs and threw them together and made a great
That's
song
amazing
out of them?
thing, yeah.
Like a day in the life.
Okay, Chuck's going to the stadium. I guess watch the Orioles play.
Yeah.
See you lives later. I like the Orioles, but I got to tell you something, Marty. Never, ever, ever do a serious Oriole picture on your ball gear and stuff for your branding.
I like the double stuff
cartoon.
Oreos.
Hold on, Harry. I'm trying to drive home a point to an Orioles fan here. Keep it to the cute little cartoon bird. Don't have bird from the cartoon bird.
Yeah, I love the cartoon bird, but I do like the old school Orioles. I'm a fan of the old logo.
I like the old school too.
Yeah.
Well, what's the old school? Isn't cartoon bird the old school logo?
Oh, it's a real bird. A picture of a real bird.
It's a real bird. I like the cartoon Oriole. That's the one that's for children everywhere.
There you go.
Oh,
They have an even older one than this one that's not as detailed. But
well,
yeah,
what year?
really
Okay, here's the trivia. What year did the Orioles join the league?
Was it the 50s? It's been a while.
Well, if they joined in the 50s, that's like yesterday in baseball.
Yeah, they're not as old as like the Sox and the Yankees and Brooklyn.
Yeah, the White Sox, the Red Sox.
Maybe it was older than that. I don't know.
Yeah, New York Yankees.
So what do you think about the fact that the Major League Baseball changed the rules because of Ohtani?
Ohtani?
Now if you pull a player, he can come back in the game in a different position. You pull the pitcher.
Yeah, I mean, he just can't. Yeah, you can't pull him out of the game and back in. You can, but you can. They've been moving position players around the field.
Okay,
like
whoa.
No, but like if a first baseman was pulled out of the game, he can't go back in the game.
Right,
but if you're a pitcher and you get pulled out of the game, now you can go back in as a position player.
Well, a pitcher is a position.
I mean,
player.
as a DH.
Oh, I didn't know that he could just be. So you could just be the DH. I thought you had to adjust positions on the field.
He can do.
Because he's the best.
Well, he is doing both.
Oh, in
he
this
can,
particular
he can pull
case,
him out as a pitcher and put him in as a DH.
Yeah, I tend to be okay with that.
Is this the one, Marty?
That's the one.
Yeah, that's it. You're doing it.
It was on my hat rack. I forgot about it.
No.
All right, represent. This is the Valley.
Come on, Ivan.
Eva, we got to get you a Valley Agent hat.
Yeah,
Yvonne, send me your address on Instagram, and I'll mail you a hat.
You got to have a Marty hat. So next time you're on the show, you can wear a Marty hat.
I will do it.
It's going to be like $1,000 to mail a hat to Isis.
Okay, I love this. Somebody
or whatever.
But did you watch Grant Rock Warehouse yesterday?
I'm sorry, I just don't see a lot of vinyl community stuff right now. But this is more important right now, and then we'll go right to Grant Rock Warehouse. Okay. How many lives has Renee ruined in the VC? Quote, he is a monster. Renee is unstoppable. He's a force of nature. That needed to be said. That needed to be acknowledged. Now go right ahead. What's going on with Grant Rock Warehouse?
Yeah, yesterday Rob the Wax was on the Grant Rock Warehouse, and he was shouting out this Crowded House album when this single "Weather With You" was this Woodhouse Crowded House. That's his favorite record, one of the top 5 records. Yeah. So I was very surprised of that. But this is the 12-inch version of the Weather With You. Very good song from Crowded House. So Rob the Wax was on the show yesterday.
We love Rob. Great comment here. Rachel, it's a question, in fact. Rachel, do you like Trump and Pete Hegseth because of or in spite of their overt racist policy? It's got to be because of. I just love, endorse, and absolutely support these two dynamos. And, of course, our beloved president. And you know what's amazing? Barack Hussein Obama, and I love saying his name just like that. Barack Hussein Obama, Allah, Alham. I just want to say and put forth the idea. I love this question. I love Trumpy Bear because of the winning day. They're thinking of renaming July 27th Winning Day. We won the Supreme Court. We won on the stock market. Harry, hold on, Harry. What's happening? Harry, are you okay? Something's happening with Harry. Well, anyway, thank you for the question, Logan. We just love your question. Massey, okay? Okay, holy smokes, there's a little bit of fire on the old show today. Hey, Yvonne, I've got a comment for you. It's really a question. How is Grant doing? I am understanding that he has been under complete siege by Pumping Vinyl, that he's been showing up at all the Grant Rock Warehouse TV shows and trying to destroy them by throwing like a hockey stick into the spokes of the bike wheels of his little show. What the hell is happening?
Yeah, that's true. And he had taken away all the ranches, so nobody have ranches anymore.
Nobody has a ranch?
No, we had taken
Where do the cattle eat?
Wow.
the camel.
The cattle.
The cattle. I don't know.
Never
Ross,
mind.
Marty. Marty is the farmer boy.
Marty, ever involved in a debilitating farming accident, like getting your hand caught in a thrasher that left you with a, like a claw or something?
No, I got my finger caught in an MRI door and it broke it so the bone was sticking out. That happened once. That was on the farm.
Wait. Whoa. MRI, they got MRI machines on farms now?
Well, it was on I used to work for a place called Salem Radiology, and they were placing their MRI, the big leaded door that goes to their MRI machine. And it was about 800 pounds. And I took it to my farm and I was putting it in between two trees out in the farm as kind of a big door in the woods kind of thing for my daughters. Yes. And it swung in my
That sounds
my finger.
creepy.
Yeah, right.
A big door in the woods for my daughters.
And the fact that it was so dangerous that you broke your bone on your finger.
When I was setting it up, it swung down and my finger slipped in the hinge side and it closed.
Oh.
And when I pulled it out of my glove, the bone on my pinky was sticking out.
It's like slamming it in a car door or something.
I had to get in the Volkswagen van and drive to the emergency room for surgery.
Here's my attitude on the trolls and everything, especially with this new show, because I don't care. I just show up. I do 1 hour, a couple hours. I mean, and 1 day a week. Okay. And so it's not worth it. I'm not trying to grow the channel. I'm not trying to do nothing. I do want money, though. And so support the channel through the Patreon. If you're not a Patreon, give me a nickel. It's $5 a month. I'm surprised Mazzy hasn't done it yet, but that's okay. Harry's been a great supporter in times past, helped out. It's always appreciated. But anyway, just head over there, drop $5. But the thing with this channel, like if somebody comes in, you're free to come, but don't be an asshole. Don't be a dink or I'll still block you, okay? If you're going to be a jerk, and then I'm going to block you. And if you say racist shit, I'm going to block you. But if you're not, if you're doing that elsewhere, whatever, I don't fucking care. I just want to have a nice little time. We get together. We wear our red shirts. Just seem to go that way today. I don't know why. And then it's over. And then we go on and have a nice rest of our day, listen to music, whatever we're doing. Harry, Sue and I have been busy with so many little projects. Right now, we're completing work on a pair of benches that we joined together to form a bed so that when Marty comes over, and he's going to come and visit us with his lovely wife, Rochelle, we're hoping we can get her. And then we're going to throw those two kids in the master bed, okay? They're going in the master.
Can I count on you to throw me in there?
I could. I'm still hefty enough where I could probably, But Sue, she's tiny. And then, Harry, I'll throw you in the big bed if you come up. But the point is, Sue and I go out on the sun deck, right? We got this enclosed, and it is so amazing. You sleep out there. It's like camping. But we built these two beautiful kind of deck day beds. And they're two benches, but you can put them together for a lovely bed. And it's just gone swimmingly. We're so proud of it. It works so good. Yeah, it'll be maybe 5:30, boom, if you're over in Maryland. But whatever the case may be, we love our patrons and we appreciate everybody supporting the channel. Go ahead, Harry.
I was just going to say, when Marty did the interview with Rochelle, yes. I thought you were the most amazing couple. You could just see the love and the connection there. And
much better than Bezos and his new wife. Right?
Well, our wedding wasn't quite $25 million.
Bezos.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're critical of the Bezos wedding, Mass?
You think?
Rented an entire time.
I'm sorry, paying $60 million for a wedding is kind of $60
million.
I think it was more than that, wasn't it?
I think the ring was $5 million.
Yeah, I mean That's just like shoving it. We're in the world now. It's just like a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, you got it's a
I'm
bit.
not paying any.
I'm not saying you
taxes,
shouldn't
but
pay,
I
have a
can
nice
buy
wedding
all
and have a
this
nice
shit.
hotel and do your thing, but $6 million and that whole like everywhere. I just,
Loki, I don't even give a fuck. Take all your money. Go away. Do
it's
whatever you want.
capitalism. You can do what you want. It's just
Go.
you
Do
know.
what you want. I love you, Loki. If you want to stay, but I'm not changing for nothing. I just do what I do. I do me, and I do me very, very well. Well, not
Marty,
well. I mean, I have a sex change. I mean, I'll
Marty,
get.
you're
But,
going to have a show tonight.
What's happened? What?
Marty, I asked Marty if you're gonna have
Well, I don't know. We have because we had the wedding reception yesterday. We have friends here in my studio from Arizona, so I'm gonna try to get on, but it might not. It might. So if you don't see me, I won't. That's why. But I don't have a guest or anything planned. It would just be come on to hang out for a little bit.
I love America. It's so great. In fact, over on my, like I say, on my X platform account, I got like the American flag. I don't even have a Canadian flag. I'm trying to get away with it so that when I do cross the border, hopefully ICE will.
You know, Rachel, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Sometimes certain people, maybe not you,
Go ahead.
they talk as if us liberals
Yes.
hate America, and that's not you, but there's these people on certain segments. It's like kind of going back to the 60s, you know, people voting or protesting against the Vietnam War, love it or leave it bullshit.
Yes.
You know, we want to make it better. I love America, and I'm sure Marty does and Harry does. You know,
I have firsthand knowledge of that, Mazzy. I have family that thinks that Democrats hate America, that they want to try to ruin America. It's weird. It's very sad.
Well, I will say,
it's
Marty, I
okay,
will say, Democrats went a little too far to the left, and the
Sure.
reason we're in the
You're absolutely
situation
right.
we're in is because of that.
Yep, you're absolutely right, Harry.
Originally, like the Democrat, like you guys had the unions and stuff. So it was the working class. There's a guy with the wrench that would go out that the rich, capitalists had no concern for. It was the working class out there. The guy with his lunch bucket, and he goes.
Well, there was truth to that.
Yeah, well, that was kind of like the scene in Detroit.
The working man and woman got fucked up. You know, unions had a purpose.
As Harry says, that's not resonating. So Chris Como was on saying, what the fuck's going on? Like there's a real separation happening right now. There's stresses within.
Yeah, but
like the Republicans, they got their own problems too, believe you me. But the point is that whole divide between the Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Okay, we're gonna go here. Are we gonna go here? The whole
we're
thing.
here. We're not going. We're
immigration.
Here.
Immigration is not destroying
You've
America.
arrived.
I'm not saying that.
It's the divisiveness of immigration from the right that is destroying America. Immigrants, you know, are there a few immigrants that have done bad things? Absolutely, like everyone else. But this whole bullshit about immigration and now, you know, just raiding cities and raiding houses, it looks bad, and it's not what the soul of America is about. That's all I'll say about that.
All right. Well, it was beautifully said.
People are using immigrants as a wedge issue. There's plenty of times we had chances to do good immigration reform.
Well, Mazzy, you've got all these criminals and gang members coming here and taking our jobs.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You know,
what are they? Are they criminals and gang members?
I would respect this this administration more if Trump came out and said, "Look, I want you guys to come up with a good immigration bill," but he won't do that. We had a good one, or at least a start of one 2 years ago or 3 years ago, whenever it was, and Trump made them vote against it. And you know, it was a left and right compromise. You need a compromise now, and he destroyed that, and we're all here because of that.
And don't forget that Trump said that if Obama was elected, we'd be at war with Iran within 30 days.
Yeah, there is that.
Massey, have you seen the latest video from Violent Rich?
That war didn't occur because of peace through strength. Incredible Trump should be getting Nobel Peace Prize. You know, he just ended the war.
Well, we actually had a nuclear deal that he ripped up before that.
Well, no, yeah, but there were pallets of cash. There was a lot of problems paid off to the.
You can have my
No, but
job,
you see,
Angelo.
again, you're reading your fake news shit.
No,
Yeah.
sweetie, this is actual real news, Maz. It's not fake.
It was a worldwide agreement, not just with America.
No, it was about.
Trump knows better than every other country. Trump knows better.
The thing is, Joe, now settle down.
Even his.
I hate it when mom and dad fight.
You're all fired up. We're not fighting. I love Mazzy. Mazzy is totally right. Okay, let's say that right now. Okay, let's get that settled. But the thing is that it's great. Now we don't know. I mean, Israel's always chomping at the bit to go at him, and so I don't want any war. I say no to war. War sucks.
Yeah.
Let's not do war. But the point is that they did the hit. This happened before too on Iran. Trump hit them a few years ago. And again, it's not that like they're in a position to fight. Plus, you took away one of their biggest bargaining chips, is that very nuclear power that they went after. So it's just a matter. You wait and see what happens. Let it all filter out. But in the meantime, we are living in just a wonderful time. And I've never been happier, Harry and Marty and Maz. And I know Ivan likes to see me happy. And this president, by gum, I just love him. So we are the world, and I think, Angelo, you speak for so many of us. We are the children. Go ahead.
Angelo, if you can come to the U.S., I will give you $100 to do a show, a house concert. 100 American dollars.
100.
Hey, fuck you, Wolfie. Fuck you, cunthead nose Wolfie. Fuck you. Okay?
You are fired up.
There was an immigration bill, a bipartisan immigration bill that Trump fucked over. It could have been a bipartisan thing to make a better immigration. It's not just putting a fucking fence up or anything. We need a path to citizenship. America needs a path. America is about immigration. And
we're Islam now.
It goes back. So fuck you.
We're all Muslims, for the love of God.
Go take that fucking beetle box and fuck it up your ass, Wolfie.
Don't beetle fuck. Okay, now you've done it. Okay, Marty, words of.
That's the Mazzy we love.
That's my Mazzy.
Listen, you can tell a lot about an administration if they want to build consensus.
Yes.
And Trump does not want to build consensus. He wants to divide us. Right or wrong, or whether his policies are good or bad, he's not.
Do you think CNN wants to unite us, Marty?
Well, CNN's not. No, of course, media doesn't want to unite us. Neither does Fox News. But they're not. Yeah, they're not the administration. I'm talking specifically about who.
Do you think Joe Biden wanted to unite us?
Yeah, I think he had a lot of flaws. I think he had a lot of
conservatives
flaws.
out there. Do you think Joe Biden wanted to unite you? How did Joe Biden do in uniting you?
But if you don't see the
He
character
included
difference
That's right, motherfuckers. Hey, fuck your Christian churches. Let's burn the fuck out of them. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think he was so much a uniter. I think Biden, in fact, I don't think Biden was even there for the most part. That is coming true in hindsight. Harry, remember on this very program, we had liberal heroes coming up talking about Biden. He's sharp as a tack. I remember literally that call. That guy was sharp. He's doing great. I go, the guy's fucking demented.
Well, he's not as sharp as word salad Trump that starts talking about sharks and Hannibal.
Hold on, Kamala Harris. Am I hearing myself right, Kamala? Word salad. It's the fact that we are, that we white, that we could, that we was been you, me. Forward, think, peace. Loving. So I just think that is just crazy, Harry. We've got a powerful comment in the private chat.
Well, we're going to agree to disagree.
Okay, hold on. This is a beautiful, beautiful coming together of a community. Yvonne, and I want to thank Marty. I want to thank Harry. And I want to especially thank Massey, who gave his all. We may have seen the last of Massey on this stream today. His departure was abrupt. It was sudden, and it was emotive. And I love Massey. Even can you speak as our parting words, love words to Massey, and that he's still loved, and we think he's great. Go ahead.
Massey, you should come back. We love you. We are the world. Keep the VC together.
Yes. Thank you so much for that, Yvonne. We love you, man. We love everybody. I think consider throwing some money away on the Patreon, kids. Sue and I appreciate it. And I'm going to be back next Sunday at the same bad hour. And Harry, we're so glad you came up. Keep fighting, man. You got to fight. Bruce Springsteen, new box set out. Everybody go get a copy.
Have a great Sunday, everybody.
Right, thank you, Marty's coming up at 10 a.m.
Maybe. I don't know.
What? Whoa, Marty. Whoa. What do you mean?
Didn't you hear what I was saying?
No, I missed it. Yeah. What happened?
Well, we have guests from Arizona for Willow's reception.
Put them on the show. Put the Arizona guests on the show.
Put them on the show.
Maybe I should. He's a old deadhead, so that'd be kind of cool.
There you go.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
You can ask them if they have a favorite record or a favorite song, each one and one.
There we go.
Bring it around the table. Okay, everybody. Maybe Marty. Maybe not.
Maybe not. Maybe. Yeah, we'll see.
Take care, everybody. We love you.